for the tip. A new season and the chance for the Jayhawks to defend their crown.
We're going to be defending a national championship, and we know we're going to have a chip on our shoulder to try to get back there.
New era. Blue Devils with a new coach and new star.
Right there.
It's the same identity, a winning culture.
Fueled by the start of a new season, the Wildcats seek redemption.
What we went through, how it played out, let's use it as fuel. Exclamation mark!
And for the Spartans, a new year to surprise everyone but themselves.
We're not coming in thinking we're better than anybody, and yet I think we know we can compete with anybody.
This team knows how to put on a show.
It's a new season. It's a new classic. The Champions Classic.
Welcome to the State Farm Champions Classic. An ESPN Sonic blockbuster. And what a blockbuster event this event always is. One of the big signature events near the beginning of the college basketball calendar. We've got Kentucky and Michigan State in game one. And then we've got Duke and Kansas coming up at 9:30 Eastern time tonight in game two. And not only that, look what else we have. Look who else is here. And on behalf of everybody in the college basketball world, you've been through so much. You've dealt with so many health issues. It is great to have you back.
Well, thank you, Dan. I want to simply say thank you to all my friends out there and all the people that sent me text messages and prayers. Starts off, obviously, with my wife Lorraine, daughters Terry, Sherry. Thank you, great caregivers. Helped me through tough times. I want to thank Jimmy Pitaro and all the ESPN colleagues, Holly, Jay, you, Dan, and all the people, how great they were. Certainly want to thank, I got to thank the people at the V Foundation and the media, the fans, and the players. I got so many text messages and so many prayers that when I laid in that hospital doing that chemo, my family would leave and I would get a little depressed and I'd be down and thinking about, oh man, I wasn't thinking basketball. You have some unbelievable thoughts, but I was heard. Don't give up. Don't ever give up. And that is why I'm sitting next to you.
And I know you're excited to talk some basketball, and I know you're excited to see both of these teams. Let's talk Kentucky.
Well, Kentucky, to me, I think they're as talented as a team is in the country. When you look at Kentucky, it starts with Deshibwe. He's a dynamite, post player. They got a great penetrator and a quick kid in Wheeler. Now they got shooters in Reeves and certainly in Frederick from out of Iowa. They got a bench that's so deep. I think they're multi-talented. Could be the most talented team in the nation and one of the most talented that Cal has had from 1 to 10.
And we are expecting to see the season debut of the reigning National Player of the Year, Oscar Tshiebwe, a minor knee procedure a few weeks ago. He has not played in either of Kentucky's first two games, but obviously this is a game changer. This is a guy who just gobbles up rebounds like crazy, and we don't know how many minutes. We don't know if it's short spurts here and there, but we do expect to see Oscar Tshiebwe on the floor for parts of this game tonight as Kentucky looks to go to 3-0, taking on a Michigan State team that is 1-1. The loss to Gonzaga on the USS Abraham Lincoln just a few days ago. For more on Tshiebwe, let's go to Holly Rowe.
Well, guys, Oscar Tshiebwe is the first National Player of the Year to return to play in college since 2008 when Tyler Hansbrough did it. And he has a very clear focus for what he's working towards. He went home to the Democratic Republic of Congo this past offseason for the first time in 6 years. He got to visit his mom and family who are living in cramped quarters with 10 people. He said, I am working for my family and for their future. He's got a clear idea of what he wants to improve. He's down 8 pounds. His body fat is down 3%. He's lean and ready to rock. And Oscar Tshiebwe has a very clear focus and mindset for this season.
Holly, thank you very much. Great to have you with us here in Indianapolis. The opposition tonight, the Michigan State Spartans. And again, Tom Izzo's team is 1-1. That narrow defeat by just 1 point to Gonzaga on the USS Abraham Lincoln in San Diego on Friday night. 24 straight NCAA tournaments. They are just on the outside of the rankings looking in, 26th, if you will. And they are looking for a signature early season victory tonight against Big Blue. We are ready now for the tip of our Sonic blockbuster matchup.
Dan, you mentioned Michigan State. The one thing with them is they don't do it with superstar players. They do it in a team concept. Develop a culture, they play good defense, shot selection, and they really like to get out and transition.
Michigan State in white, Kentucky in blue, and away we go. Mady Sissoko coming off a terrific game against Gonzaga, gets the Spartans on the board.
Tell you one thing, he's really improved from last year. Saw a little bit of that game against, had to play against Timmy in that game. Unbelievable. Now he's going to go against the Sheboy.
Tonight's starting lineups are brought to you by Dove Men Plus Care. You look at the starting five for Kentucky, and obviously some newcomers. You got a couple of freshmen. One of them, Cason Wallace, slams it home.
Calipari raves about him. Defensively or offensively, he plays on both sides of the floor. Great anticipation. Stepped right into that passing lane.
Wallace and Livingston, two freshmen in the starting lineup, but Kentucky does bring a fair bit back, and they're excited to have C.J. Frederick, the transfer a couple of years ago from Iowa, healthy this year, Dick.
He can shoot the three. He's an unbelievable three-point shooter. Elite.
Tyson Walker with Lance Ware on him, and the shot clock now running down. Kentucky with so much length. Hogard gets it off. And the offensive rebound, but the miss on the follow from Malik Hall.
Hall's a guy that's going to have to really be big in this game. He's an inside-outside kind of player, but they need him on the interior. They got some good guard play when you look at certainly Michigan State. They got three guards they can rotate that are really outstanding.
Yeah, Hogard, a very strong driver. Walker, his second year with the Michigan State after transferring from Northeastern.
Akins.
Jaden Akins still getting healthy, coming back from a stress reaction in his foot, but he will see minutes. Boy, that is a tough turnaround jumper from Jacob Toppin.
They say he has really
I'm going to bring my mic up just a little bit.
Yep,
Yep, my mic was low. There we go. I just saw that.
To be a better shooter.
Now I think we're good.
Younger brother, of course, of Obi Toppin, as Joey Hauser sticks a three between the rim and the backboard, and the possession arrow gives it to Kentucky.
They need a big game out of Hauser. Now against Gonzaga, you called the game with Jay. He got in foul trouble early.
This should be a good early matchup here.
John Calipari excited about his team, but like all four coaches here, says we're going to find out a lot about ourselves tonight.
Well, it's not Cupcake City.
Jumper not there for Toppin, and back comes Michigan State. And look at the push by Hogard.
Oh, stolen away.
His foot. And Kentucky takes over.
Sloppy right there. Thomas certainly wasn't happy with that possession.
Frederick for three.
Off the mark.
He's a kid, when he shoots it, you almost expect it to go in.
Absolutely.
And years ago, calling games, I expected that when Chris Mullin shot, Steve Alford, Reggie Miller, some of those guys shot the ball. It was nothing but nylon.
Frederick missing all of last year with a torn hamstring. So, boy, is John Calipari excited to have him healthy. A look inside for Sissoko.
Off the mark.
And for the rebound, there is Chris Livingston, the freshman from Akron, Ohio.
He's a terrific athlete. A guy that can run, jump, playing multiple positions.
Now think about it. Xavier Wheeler right now is coming off the bench for
Peanut, what do you think about that scoreboard down the bottom? I kind of like that.
Kentucky is a very, very deep team this season. At least it appears to be that. Tom Izzo learned a lot about his team on the aircraft carrier Friday. They came that close to knocking off number 2 Gonzaga. This is a team, as you said, Dick, there may not be a superstar on this team. They're very balanced right now, and we'll see if anybody steps into that starring role. Walker turns it over.
Stolen away.
Sloppy play right there. Can't turn the ball over like that. Got to get you good shots.
Ware can't get by the freshman Jackson Kohler, who has just checked into the game for the Spartans. Now he'll try again.
Sloppy.
Still plenty of time. Ball screen for Frederick. Livingston with the penetration.
Off the mark.
Down with a rebound, Kohler.
Kohler trying to give him some minutes. Young freshman.
Everybody's cold right now.
Playing at this level.
Oh, nice backdoor.
There for Malik Hall to tie the game.
He's a veteran player, man. He's experienced. He's got
cool. Thank you. Okay.
Minutes. They rely on him.
First college game of the year.
Ware keeps it. Now hands it off to Livingston. Good recovery by Hogard and the Spartans. Livingston for three, way too strong. And Michigan State back looking for the lead.
Well, the one thing with Michigan State, they're going to defend. They're going to guard you. They're going to be physical. They're going to attack the glass.
Nice kick. Hauser to Walker. Around and out. Livingston down with the board.
Hauser with the great look. Walker, by the way, is playing now with the Celtics, getting some minutes.
Boy, look at these moves from Toppin. Kentucky by 2.
His stock going up, up, and up.
A lot of people kind of have him on their breakout list this year as a guy who could really take his game to another level.
Nice foul.
So in the early going, Kentucky with a 2-point lead on Michigan State in game 1 of the State Farm.
All right, so Champions Classic by State Farm is what we're watching. And figured it would be I wasn't planning on doing college football. I actually had hockey lined up. And then I saw this being some top college basketball teams. I can't do them on the weekend right now, so I figured I'd jump over to it and do more hockey again later this week. I'm going to do hockey tomorrow night, I think. Or maybe tomorrow we got NBA. Maybe it's Saturday we're going to do some hockey. I don't know. Well, I'll figure it out. We'll get back into hockey. I just moved the Florida Capitals game to the next time they play. I figured I'd jump in here, take a look, see what these guys are all about here. We got the returning national champion going later tonight. This is Kentucky against Michigan State. Michigan State looked really good against Gonzaga the other day. Didn't win, but looked really good. That was a fun follow-up I had. Great to see. Thank you coming in early. Lila's in here and Mars in here. Marky Doo. Appreciate everybody coming in, hanging out with me so I can watch some basketball with you. Hopefully YouTube will share us out a little bit later. I haven't been able to do much of a share out on my other screen right now because I'm uploading a video to the other channel. I got to wait for that to do before I can do anything. But we'll see what these two are all about. Got our new logo up there by KDY up on the screen. The Deuce logo that she made us. Changed it around a little bit to accommodate that. I kind of like the scoreboard up there as I'm watching. Looks like it is rotating and changing. I'll have to keep an eye on that, see if it does. It should change. It stinks not being able to use the other computer right now. I feel like I'm lost without it.
On this list, and obviously a lot of guys, and I know you and I both believe NIL probably one of the reasons why a bunch of these guys came back to college.
I don't think there's any doubt about it. You look here, there's the stars galore. Size, all the big guys came back. I think many of them also, they examined going to the NBA. They found out they weren't going to be top 10 choices. And they made a wise decision. Come back, get some cash while they're there. Hey, I have no problem with that. I think the kids, when you see the dollars being thrown around now, if they can make some money, why not?
For more, go to ESPN.com and search Wooden, and right on cue, here comes
all right, here we go.
The reigning Wooden Award winner, and Oscar Shibwe seeing his first action of the season.
Can I round him, get his autograph? Can I get his autograph?
That's a flagrant 2 on you, Dickie.
Flagrant 2?
Flagrant 2.
Oh, jeez. He's a rebounding machine. Get this, people. He averaged 15 rebounds a game last year. And it meant if he got 10, he had to come back and get 20 the next night. Incredible.
John Calipari said he would basically leave the minutes up to Shibwe in terms of how long do you want to go each time that you are out there. Hauser with the penetration and the kick. Boy, Wallace didn't know where the ball was, but Walker left it short, and now Wallace down with the rebound.
Well, Walker did a great job getting right in the gap and attacking. He just didn't convert.
Also,
going in the big man.
Into the game, they go right into Shibwe,
Ow!
But he can't convert.
And they want to make sure they put a body on him because he's such a fantastic rebounder. Sissoko's got one rule. Check him. Don't worry about where the ball goes. Keep him off the glass.
John Calipari made
keep him off the glass.
Changes right now. We brought 4
What's up, UCLA Bruins fan?
Shibwe, we mentioned, Wheeler averaged 7 assists per game last year as Pierre Brooks misses.
I'll try. I can't promise anything. I got a lot going on this weekend already. I don't even know when that game is.
Collins, number 4 in blue. A young man who
sounds like a good game, though.
He lost his father a couple of weeks ago. This is his first action of the season with the Wildcats.
That was really a sad, sad story.
Shibwe.
Rebound and touch.
He does best.
Unbelievable. He just has that nose for the ball. It's unreal. I tell you, he's a young version of a guy that was incredible at rebounding. Saw him at Petersburg High School and the NBA, Moses Malone.
Big praise.
I used to always tease Moses. Moses, you have to rebound like it's a last meal.
Jaden Akins into the game, and now for Michigan State. We mentioned Brooks off the bench as well. Hauser.
Well, thank you. Appreciate that. I'll see what I can do.
Just a little bit short. Xavier Wheeler.
Oh.
This is the three. And Akins with a strong rebound in traffic, but falling out of bounds, he turned it over, and Hauser has to give the foul.
There's your foul.
Certainly not really strength of shooting a perimeter shot. Some people just play off him because he's such a dynamite penetrator. You watch Oscar down in the inside now. Watch him work on the glass. There he is. Has just that nose for the ball. He goes after it laterally. He goes after it all over. He really wants it. Hard for me to believe that he was not in a situation to star in West Virginia. I really mean that. I mean, unbelievable.
At the line for Kentucky, Damian Collins. And we just talked about him a little bit. Certainly our hearts go out to Damian and his family after his father passed suddenly a couple of weeks ago. Collins left the team, came back, practiced a couple of times, then went back home to family for the viewing and the funeral. Came back, practiced again a couple of times.
All right, Kentucky's got the rebound.
In some small way, Dick, that being back with his Kentucky family, you know, provides a bit of a distraction, brings him some solace, and it's good to see him out of the court.
Well, he was very close with his dad. His dad, in fact, Cal told me before it happened, where he passed, they thought maybe a heart problem happened, but he was in the gym.
Both teams are cold from three right now. Both of them.
Right after they went home, and tragedy existed.
And then Collins called for the foul, putting the body on Malik Hall.
You know,
it does.
Tragedy. I want to get this out of the way because I just watched before we came out here some interviews.
I'll take a look at it in a second. I can't do anything right now, Marky Do. I still got the other computer tied up for another 10 minutes.
This hatred, these tragics that we have, tragedies happening all over the nation, just breaks my heart.
If we get a good watch crew here for this one, and I can see it's viable to do it, yes. If not, I'll do the Family Feud on the other stream. I'm still up in the air what I want to do later.
For Kentucky State, struggling to put the ball in the basket. Sissoko, what a matchup this is with Shibwe.
Foul.
Shibwe called for the foul. He didn't think so.
When you're a star, you never think. You think automatically, hey, do they know who I am? I'm player of the year. They're not supposed to blow the whistle on me.
You talk about the depth of this team, and obviously some of it is injury related, but the fact that Shibwe and Xavier Wheeler both coming off the bench, not to mention Antonio Reeves, who's averaging 20 a game so far, all three of them coming off the bench tonight for the Wildcats.
Well, they won't be coming off the bench when they get a real play. Those are real big-time players.
Boy, another pretty good look, and again, left it short, but now Kentucky rushing a little bit, and they hand it right back.
Sloppy play so far.
Now, John Calipari had a good year last year. They won like 26 games, but unfortunately got beaten that first round by St. Peter's, and unreal how the Bluebirds came out like they couldn't believe it.
Got beat in this building. This is where it happened.
But then, you know, St. Peter's goes out and beats Murray State, and I think they came back and they beat Purdue as well before they got beaten by...
well, I'm not sure yet, Marky Do.
John's got a little
I'm not sure.
He wants to prove.
I didn't know this college classic was going on with these top teams. I'll see how this thing does. If it doesn't do well, then I'm going to go do Family Feud. If it does well, I'll move Family Feud to next week. Got to see how it does first.
With it near Xavier Wheeler. The runner will go. A big and much-needed bucket for Tyson Walker.
They need Walker to score, transfer.
I wasn't planning on doing any college basketball until, like, really after Thanksgiving. But I saw this today. I was like, oh, let me take a look at that.
For Tom Izzo.
He told me I'll play all three together.
Reeves off balance, and he draws a foul.
I literally threw this together in like 20 minutes. We got a timeout. I threw this whole thing together in like 20 minutes. Figure it was worth taking a shot at it. See if people were interested in early college basketball. You know.
Slim is one of my old nicknames. You better ask somebody.
That's cool, UCLA. Well, I appreciate you being here, Mark. You do. You're a big supporter of the channel, and I value you and appreciate you. I just, you never know what's going to do well on YouTube. It's one of those tough things. And as a creator, especially with me now, trying to grow this channel and get it up to 1,000 and get some watch hours in, I never know what's going to work. And sometimes things go and sometimes things don't. So I'm kind of throwing darts against the wall, hoping I find a bullseye as I'm doing this second channel to get it out there. Like, I really hesitated taking off of hockey tonight. I had hockey all built and ready to go. So we'll see. Flipped a coin and we'll see what happens. But hey, I always like, I'm happy. I'm watching sports. I'm getting to see what some of these younger teams are about for college this year, and that's good. March Madness will obviously be here. We'll go crazy. March Madness, we'll call 2 or 3 games a day during that first 2 weeks here. So that'll be fun. That'll be fun. I don't do any football games on Saturday. I don't do any football games. They don't, YouTube doesn't handle it properly, so I don't do them. They're showing highlights from last week.
I'm always a sucker for a flyover. It was great. Tom Izzo loved it. Mark Few loved it. We are so indebted to all the men and women of the Navy for being such unbelievable hosts. And then it turned into a one-point game as well, as Michigan State, Jaden Akins had a shot to win it at the buzzer. But the 3 did not go down, so Gonzaga winning 64-63. Even by Tom
yeah, very
Izzo's
cold, like Arctic zone cold. I agree with you.
Is something else.
They're all frozen right now. They can't figure it out.
Then Villanova. Then they go to Portland in the PK, and they play Alabama. Then they'll play either UConn or Oregon. And then after that, they could play North Carolina or Villanova again before they go to South Bend to take on the Irish.
I'll tell you one thing. I picked it as the Courage Award and Guts Award for Tom Izzo playing that schedule. You better give a call out to Magic Johnson and put him in the lineup, because I'm telling you something, man, that is dynamite. But, that shows confidence. It shows a little swag. He's confident of his ability. And that's going to prepare them big time for the Big Ten.
Well, there's a reason why a lot of his teams get better late in the season. They may take their lumps early, but they play such a high level of competition.
Well, Kentucky's improved theirs too. Because I thought in the past they played too many cupcakes, and now he's playing some quality people. In fact, he's going to London playing against Michigan.
That's right.
Nice touch right there.
Him down, a guy who can really, really shoot the ball. So you got a healthy Frederick, and you got a transfer in Reeves. You got a couple of guys who can bury it for Kentucky.
Well, last 2 games they had 8 threes between them. And that just opens up the court. You get great spacing. You got
great weaving.
Weave up top, driving is Hogarth, doing what he does best. But he gets called for the travel. And how about 6'9" Oscar Sheboy staying in front of him?
And also, Oscar played a little role of a referee. I like the way he was he's giving a signal, man. Oscar, there you go. Look at him right there. He wants to be a referee. No, you don't, Oscar. You make a hell of a lot more money as a player.
Stay right where you are. Carson Cooper.
Nice move.
6'11" freshman from Jackson, Michigan, number 15 in white. Akins with the penetration. The lefty can't lay it in. Gets it back, and this time it goes.
There it goes.
Stayed right with it. Stayed right with it. They've had some good shots. They just haven't been able to convert. Hey, the one thing, I don't care who Michigan State's playing. They're going to absolutely battle and battle.
Nice.
Sheboy, count it, and 1 as Cooper is called for the foul.
Too much strength right there. Physically just too strong.
That's a great call out.
Xavier Wheeler, how often does he find an open teammate? One of the best distributing point guards in the nation.
Well, he's led the SEC in assists 2 years in a row. One time he led it at Georgia, and he led it at Kentucky.
And Sheboy completes the three-point play.
14-8 Kentucky here.
There's a nice little stroke right there on the free throw line. That's what he's going to work on.
The website's a little bit behind.
15-foot stroke.
Wheeler the foul, his first.
He is so quick, Wheeler. He's one of those guys you don't want guarding with, because he just keeps coming and coming and coming. He's relentless.
Sheboy has gone to the bench, and I think you'd agree, Dick, a pretty successful 5 or 6 minute debut for him.
Right. You know, John sent me a text message about an hour before game time, and the text message says he will play, and he will determine how much he plays.
Aikens soaring to the rail for a remarkable reverse.
That was incredible. That was us, baby, with a capital A.
He's the guy that Tom Izzo said could have a big leap forward this year. Then he suffered a stress reaction in his foot, had surgery in September, so he's still getting back to 100%, but the talent and the athleticism are obvious.
Yeah, right there. Strong drive. Good athletic ability when he hung in the air. Look at that reverse layup.
Wow.
Nice touch off the glass.
That was super scintillating, sensational.
That was pretty.
That feels like what it must feel like to be able to do something like that.
I have no problem because I'll never feel like that.
Lance Ware back into the game now for Kentucky as Aikens has brought Michigan State within 4.
Ware brings up a physical presence, a rebounder, limited offensively.
Joey Hauser has returned for the Spartans. Aikens free for a 3.
No good. Quick out. Crowd's kind of quiet, too.
He's got to give him some point production.
He only had 2 points. Fouled out of the game against Gonzaga on Friday night after 18 in the season opener. Wheeler outstanding at that, getting the ball up soft and high on the glass.
And I know one thing, Thomas, when he looks at film, he's going to be very upset with the fact that the
oh, nice move.
He'll be happy with that 3-point opportunity, though, from Malik Hall.
Hall's a veteran player. He's an experienced player. He's been a consistent player for them in the Big Ten.
Foul on Frederick. 16 fouls now on Kentucky.
That's quick.
At the line. He is their leading returning scorer, about 9
That's
points
really
per
quick,
game.
to be honest with you.
Senior from Aurora, Illinois. Michigan State lost about half of its scoring from last year. They lost their top 3 scorers, but again, last year and early this year, they appear to be a very balanced team. They come into this game tonight with 8 guys between 8 and 10.5 points per game.
They just lack that one superstar that can carry you when you really need them to make that big play.
Forgive me, 6 guys between 8 and 10.5 per game.
Nice touch.
But the tip is good for Ware.
That's what Ware does. He's physical. He'll attack the glass. Give him some defense inside. Plus, he's able to give the Sheboy a little bit of a rest.
Aikens put pressure on the defense again. The kick to Hauser.
Nothing.
And
Nope.
Hall couldn't handle the entry pass.
That was a nice
Too hot.
pass, too. You got to catch that ball, step to it.
And it looked like he had the angle on the defender as well.
He did have the angle, but you got to step to the ball.
Boy,
Wheeler's just going to the basket. He don't care.
Yeah, he can really drive the basketball. I think
Yes.
play off him.
Hauser gets a clean look, and it rattles out. Look at the rebound for Aikens. But we have a foul call against Kentucky.
Wow.
They got Jacob Toppin, and that'll be his second.
I didn't see that.
And bonus now for Michigan State.
Yep, bonus for State.
Staff can't believe it. Rolando Antigua, Jim Coleman came the route from Illinois.
He didn't even touch him.
Big Blue Nation, the fans here in Indianapolis didn't like the call either.
Boy, they were passionate about their team. There's no doubt about it. Big Blue Nation eats, sleeps, and drinks basketball. What about the recruiting class? Think about that, John, again. Seventh time since being a coach in 2009, the #1 class in America. DJ Wagner will be special.
Did they call technical?
Courtney Green, one of the officials, is looking at the monitor. I would guess maybe it's just to confirm who the foul was on. We will try to get confirmation of what this is. Toppin has gone to the bench. And it looked like 2 hands in the back there, I would assume is what the call was for on Toppin. And it is, I think they were just confirming who it was on.
That was a legitimate call.
Yeah.
I don't take doubt about it.
I don't know about that call.
I could see that.
So Toppin to the bench, and 1-1 for Jaden Aikens, the sophomore from Farmington, Michigan.
tell you one thing. Toppin's brother was the man when he played with Dayton. By the way, Dayton's going to be very good this year. Oh, they're going to be really good.
Toppin transferring a couple of years back from Rhode Island. And a lot of people really expecting him to blossom and come into his own this year.
He's so athletic. He does things you can't teach. You know, college basketball's given us.
It's not a full house sold out either there.
Upset after
That's surprising. I thought with these two
Oregon.
teams, it would be a packed house there tonight.
Upland State over Wichita State, Bellarmine, Enright State over Louisville, Sam Houston State over Oklahoma. I could go on and on.
That's a good question. Who will get the first three-pointer? Nobody can shoot from deep.
Basketball, right? Expecting the unexpected.
I like that.
You can use it. Collins, good defense by Hauser. Collins has to kick it back out.
The one thing Michigan State has done well, they make them play 5-on-5, and they're not giving them transition layups.
Off the back of the iron for Collins, the Spartans in transition. And Hauser kicks it back out to Hogarth.
He played well in that game against Gonzaga. Came off the bench. Productive, very productive.
Hogarth, not really a shooter, but he's a driver, and here he's a distributor as well. Tyson Walker
nice.
with a three. That's the first made three by either
There's your
team
first
tonight.
one.
Wow. I'll tell you one thing. That threesome, when you look at those guards, they're going to keep them in a lot of games. They're going to guard. They're going to do a good job offensively. That's a strength this year, I believe, of the Michigan State team.
C.J. Frederick, no. Down with a rebound, Monty Sissoko. And Michigan looking to tie or take the lead.
Sissoko's got that nice frame. I like the way he runs up and down the court, but he is so improved from last year.
Big key for him, staying out of foul trouble, staying on the court. Hauser from the corner.
Buried it.
They needed that. They needed Joey Hauser to be Joey Hauser. Shoot the rock, baby. Shoot the rock. I know Whistler likes it. I know two other big bones. Oh, he's a fair player.
Steve Smith liking it.
Oh, he was a fair player. His son's on the team. He's a one guy. So is Barry Sanders.
Nice play right there.
He's a football player.
A couple of made threes, the first two of the night for either team. Tyson Walker with the first one. And then Joey Hauser from deep in the corner, a timeout for Joey.
All right, now I got my other monitor up.
Michigan State now on top.
Michigan State bringing the game. I like it. At least I can get my chat up over here and I can see it a little bit better. All right, college basketball, early to start the year. I'm excited to be calling it. We're having some fun here tonight. Watching two quality teams. I think Michigan State is better than they're given credit for, not given a ranking this year. We'll see if I'm right by the end of this game. They keep this game close. Kentucky, number 4 in the country, starting out. And we are brand new checking it out here. Welcome in, welcome in. Share it out yourself. Let others know, hey, we're over here hanging out. This could be your place for March Madness a couple months down the road. March Madness. Look, yeah, Michigan State's outplaying them right now overall. Right now overall, definitely. There's new COVID strains out there. I guess I got to go get that thing done. What's up, Bruce Harper? Welcome in. I'm hanging in there. Hanging in there, Bruce. I'll be doing good. We get a good YouTube share out, and all of a sudden we got a bunch of people in here. I'll be a lot better then. Feeling like I made a good decision or not. Yep, Eagles lost the other day. That's something, huh? That was something.
Workouts with him, primarily focused on balance. Oscar grew up wearing shoes that were too small him. So his feet need to learn how to stretch out and build his base and foundation. I love these very unique ways. They're trying to get the big man more balanced with his body. They're also helping him lean up.
Well, thank you, Bruce. I appreciate it.
They want him to be goal weight about 250 pounds so that explosivity doesn't injure his feet and his knees when he's landing. But total refinement from Oscar Shibwe and their training staff. I just love the very specific growth.
As great as he was last year, they're hoping he might be even a little bit better with some of the things they're working on with him. And look how far he could go sometimes to go get a rebound, go get the basketball.
Watch this. He would go get that ball. There's no doubt about it. He's so active. So active. There he is right there. Great rebound. Just a tremendous talent. He has that eye for the ball. He wants the ball. Has an incredible desire.
All right, 21-20. Here we go.
Still look around with a big head. I'm special. He's one of the guys, and he came back with a purpose. He wants to put the 9th banner hanging high up in Kentucky.
Again, a minor knee procedure a few weeks ago. This is
There
his
he is,
season
down low.
debut.
Too
He's
easy.
played less than 5 minutes, and he's already got 7 points and 4 rebounds.
Yeah, he just posts up in there. He's got great strength around the basket. He's got good agility, as Holly talked about. That he's giving him a lot of balance, a lot of agility. Those drills.
Walker behind the screen, good help. Hauser, Collins staying in front of him. Made Hauser work hard, and another rebound for Shibwe.
He's just an absolute rebounding machine. He really is. Ball seems to always find him.
Wheeler calling out a play. John Calipari calling out a play.
Changing the plays left and right is what they're doing.
Shot clock inside 10. And kind of a stagnant possession here for Kentucky.
Nothing. They ain't getting anything.
They do, but can't convert.
Tell you one thing, the reason the score is what it is, and then it's right there hanging with them, and you look at Michigan State, they have not allowed a transition basket yet to Kentucky. There's really no with their athletes getting up and down the floor.
Both teams want to play fast. I think all 4 of the teams we'll see tonight want to play fast. Ball for 3. Tipped by Hauser, but down to Shibwe.
See, with Wheeler, they really like to push it up the court. But Michigan State,
I'd be pushing it too.
Back, finding men,
Push it, push it, push it.
stopping the ball.
For a really good battle with Sissoko trying to deny Shibwe down on the block.
Yeah, he's working hard, the kid. Just doesn't have the physical strength.
And the corner 3 for Cason Wallace. That's 15 points, 8 rebounds, and 9 assists in his debut, the opening game of the season for Kentucky. That was against Howard.
Well, he was a top 10 player in the country in high school. Great size for a guard. That's big.
Wow.
I told you, I said, Hauser is a key player. He's got to score it, Dan. He's doing that here tonight.
He could really shoot it again. Did not make a field goal against Gonzaga after a big game against Northern Arizona to open up the season. A couple of big threes tonight for the Spartans. Baseline floater and
Offensive, the other way.
Offensive foul is the call. No basket for Kentucky.
They're going to wave that call off.
Take it the other way.
Dimensional kind of scorer. He can score from all 3.
How rude.
He's
Can't run a man over.
Drive, but they wave it off.
He scored 20 a game last year for Illinois State, shot 39% from 3 into the first 2 games of the year, off to a great start. Again, for Kentucky, this is a step up in competition, playing Michigan State after their first 2 games against Howard and Duquesne. Hogard with a drive and a finish.
Poor job defensive by Kentucky. Nobody gave any help. Nobody cut off any of his driving angles. Hogard goes right to the goal.
Reeves looking inside for Shibwe.
He has to shoot that little jump hook over the left shoulder.
Little shot fake. Wallace with a kick. Reeves with a 3.
That's what he gives him. He gives him scorer's mentality in many ways, and especially with the 3.
John Calipari said none of these guys should worry about if you're starting or not. He said we've had lottery picks who had 9 points and 6 rebounds per game. If you're good enough to play, you're going to play, and that's all you should worry about. Hogard turns it over.
Going the other way again. This is a close 2-point game here.
Wallace up top.
They're going to try to post the Sheboygan.
Paper towels.
Reeves with a line drive, long rebound, back out to the Cats. Did not hit the rim. Shot clock doesn't reset.
Oh!
He's wasting no time showing why he was the National Player of the Year.
I think the Cats are happy to have the big fella back. Kentucky by 4. 3 minutes left in the first half. Long stretch without a whistle, and now we got one as Sissoko is called for the offensive foul.
Yeah, you're right now, Templeton's club. They got to get together because you don't want to go in and give them a spurt going in at half.
ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by the new Sonic 2 for $5 menu for a limited time only at Sonic.
A lot of energy so far. 3:17 until half. That halftime went by quick. Doesn't look like a lot of people are excited about college basketball early. We're not getting much as far as people jumping in and out. Which is what it is. No. What is this movie? Oh, the Santa Claus movie where he's shooting people. They will think of everything, won't they? Santa Claus beating people up now. Four-point game here with the number 4 team in the country. Really? Even with that score? I would have never thought that. Never. It might be Marky Do. I don't know. You never know until you do it, you know? I thought being a Champions Classic thing, then people might be interested. No. We'll find out. You know, only way you can find out is to do the game, right? We'll do it the whole way out regardless.
Isn't it funny, Reese, how the numbers work out sometimes? Thanks, guys. Look forward to talking with you all season long. Back here in Indianapolis, Dan Schulman and my man Dickie V is back, and we are so happy to see you back. You back in the groove like riding a bike?
Well, yeah, it's, you know, really, this is the best medicine I can have. See, of course, I'll tell you one thing. It beats laying in the hospital doing chemotherapy. I can guarantee you that. And I'm just having so much fun. The people have been so great, so kind, all day at the hotel. I just can't say thank you.
Great to see Dickie V back.
So many who encouraged me.
Absolutely great to see that.
To really battle and to win that battle.
Looking forward to being with you again for one of the games of the Jimmy V at Madison Square Garden in a couple of weeks. What a way to start the college basketball season. Feast week is next week. There's Maui, there's the PK in Portland, there's Atlantis. There's so much going on over the next couple of weeks.
You know, I'm going to say this, and I don't mean to be negative about it, but I've said it so many times. I think college basketball does an injustice for itself starting the season so early. I really believe it should start right after Thanksgiving. I really do. It's all about the Heisman. It's all about what 4 teams are going to be in the football Final Four. People are football crazy now.
Well, Dickie V just said it there, too.
Michigan State. John Calipari said, if you do two things tonight, you will win this game. Rebound and get back on defense.
What's up, Dave?
Michigan State play 5-on-5.
Sounds like maybe you're talking about Tom Izzo as well. Oh, that's big.
Again.
That's big. They're going to get him shots. He's got a nice stroke, man. He can really stroke the basketball, but the key is getting himself free to get those opportunities. A lot of guys can shoot the ball, but they can't get free. Can't create space.
His third three of the game brings Michigan State back within one. And Sissoko flies in with a rebound as now the Spartans look for the lead.
I think Marty Sissoko is going to be a very good player. He has things you can't teach. You can see he plays with passion, plays with feeling.
What's up, Stringer Bell?
Great size.
Akins with Collins staying in front of him. Hauser, tough one. And this one goes over the top of the backboard.
Not a good shot right there. You got to create space. That's not a good shot right there.
Hey, how's your
This is
workout?
the previous one, had some space here.
Yeah.
Well, Hauser, as Dick mentioned, a huge key, Holly, for Michigan State this season.
Well, that's right. He had a tough game against Gonzaga in that close one-point loss, but Saturday he was able to get rejuvenated. He drove to Detroit to watch the Boston Celtics play and be inspired by seeing his brother Sam play in the NBA. A nice little break for him after a tough game against Gonzaga, and he's come out playing.
Welcome to everybody
tonight.
just joining
Really
us.
Good, Joey Hauser does.
Oh!
How about Oscar Sheboy feeling it from
Nice jumper.
17 feet.
He's an NBA scout, so you guys sit there. How do you like
Oh!
that? And he says, how do you like that?
In your
Mr.
face.
Nobody got back and picked up Hall in transition. Wheeler inside with the answer.
Here we go. Now we're picking it up.
Too easy. Drove the lane.
We got a track meet all of a sudden. Sissoko knocks him down.
Sissoko.
The assist.
Are you kidding me? This
All of a sudden, we're running for the total over.
This kind of quality hoops.
Back and forth they go. Sheboy, no.
48 seconds on the clock.
Here late in this half.
And Tom Izzo wants a timeout. Great pace, great energy in this game. A 1-point lead for Kentucky over Michigan State.
Izzo was yelling at everybody. He didn't care. Referees, his players, it didn't matter. If you're brand new, we're going to try to do more basketball throughout the year. First time coming in, let me know what you think about how our layout is up here. I may tweak a little of this along the way, but I'm still trying to figure it all out. But I think this is kind of where we're going to go. Kind of trying to figure it all out. The mascots were out at the Motor Speedway. And they already got it lined up for next year. That's good.
Being a grand marshal, and it was unbelievable. I went around that track with one of those cars. Oh man! But the view was so beautiful. It was so much fun.
1-point game, 44 seconds on the clock.
What a fun first half of basketball, despite a great 11 minutes from Oscar Sheboy. 11 points and 6 rebounds. Tom Izzo's Spartans are right there right now. Joey Hauser's made 3 threes. One of the reasons this is just a 1-point game.
And also their job they do defensively in transition. They're going to do a better job of stopping the penetration of Wheeler.
Bogart draws the crowd, finds Hauser. Now Walker. Walker the kick to Hall.
Nice.
He's got an open look. And
Buried it.
He's versatile. He's Mr. Versatility. He can go inside, outside. Key player.
Shot clock turned off here at the end of the first half. Kentucky with the ball down by 2.
7 seconds.
Wheeler looking to get something going. Just 4 seconds remain.
Spinning. Oh!
That's no good. And the first half will come to a close.
With Michigan leading.
Michigan State leading Kentucky.
Wow.
36-34.
Spartans did a great job in terms of being really
That was a
tough
good
defensively,
first
did
half.
an outstanding job as well in defensive transition.
We'll find out how Tom Izzo feels right now. He's with Holly Rowe.
Well, Coach Izzo, before the game, you were so concerned about their size and length of Kentucky. How do you think your guys have attacked it well?
Well, we've done a pretty good job if we didn't keep turning the ball over. I mean, I think we've got 8 or 9 turnovers, and some of them are disgusting. But I will say
Disgusting.
we've done a pretty good job of the rebounding, gotten a little mixed up.
What's up, MSU?
Shouldn't get to the basket like that. But all in all, I thought we rebounded well. We started executing our stuff off ball screens, and that gave us some baskets for Hauser and Hall.
Dave, you're a Sparty fan too?
He's exactly right. They out-rebounded Kentucky. They turned it over 8 times, but you know what? They made 5 threes in the first half in their last 7 three-point attempts. The last one by Malik Hall got a great clean look from the wing off a sweet feed from Tyson Walker. And Reese, Seth, Fonz, Michigan State up 2 at the break.
Stayed up 2 at the break.
Now, ace researcher Gil Bransford, Michigan State alum, pointed out just before Malik Hall hit that shot.
Oh, cool.
Michigan State, dating to last year's, lost 10 straight games from trailing at halftime.
Very
so
cool.
Being a guy who loves a great note, I didn't want that shot to go in. I don't care who wins the game, but
Very selfish. Right?
Oh, well, I wanted to know. But as it is, Michigan State finished strong and had the lead at halftime.
Yeah, they did. So, and last year, Reese, this is a team that with their 4 starters returning this year, they shot at 38% or better from the three-point line. They've really struggled, Seth. This year, only 28%, but now all of a sudden they're starting to get some dribble pin, kicking it out for threes. 5 of 13 in this game. That's why they're up now.
Fonz, they played one game on an aircraft carrier. It was hard to make a layup, yet alone a jumper.
No excuses when you're from East St.
Come on,
Louis.
give 'em a break. They've inverted their offense. They pulled Joey Hauser away from the basket, but it's good. Been really good for Michigan State. They've done a good job with Malik Hall getting out in transition. But look, Kentucky, Oscar Tshiebwe, first game. 11 points, 7 rebounds, running the floor, finishing around the basket. The dude is just different. Like, John Calipari a week ago did not know if he was going to play. All of a sudden, the ball just finds Oscar Tshiebwe. That's an easy one, good penetration, drop off. But when the ball goes on the glass, his instinct to find the basketball and rebound it, if it hits his hand or anyone else's hand, he's grabbing it right away.
Stepped out, knocked down that shot, 11.7 rebounds in the first half for Tshiebwe. 2-point game, a good one in the first of 2 in the Champions Classic tonight. We continue on the Jeep halftime report. Oh, in case you missed it, Coach K retired. John Shire's now the head coach at Duke. Duke in Kansas. We'll look at that and show
Did he
you.
really? He's not coaching?
Yeah, did you know that?
I'm shocked.
Yeah.
This halftime report is presented by Wagoneer. Live a grand dream.
Who's coaching Duke now with Calipari gone? I don't even know. Shows how much I'm onto the college basketball thing. I don't even know who's coaching Duke right now. I'm sure one of you guys in the chat can let me know. Who's coaching Duke? Probably a former player. I put money on that. Invention idea, but don't know what to do with it.
Get started today. Go to inventhelp.com for free information.
What's for dinner? Panera. Freshly prepared with clean ingredients. It's not just a night off from cooking. It's a delicious night on for everyone at the table. Panera.
Alexa, who coaches Duke basketball?
When you're feeding 500 people every day, that's why I love Panera. Each pan they make isn't just designed to perform.
No.
It's crafted to last.
I don't know of John Shire. I don't know why. Where did he coach before that? I can't believe they've had that many coaches with Krzyzewski there that long. Now I remember that guy. Underneath there. Go get one. I do remember him now. I think he was a guard. Back there. Go get it.
OmahaSteaks.com/TV today, and you'll get 8 free burgers. Try Omaha Steaks, save an extra $30 with promo.
All right. Watch out. Back up.
Duke and Kansas with different head coaches than you're accustomed to seeing tonight. Game of the Champions Classic. The chief confident player is Jalen Wilson. Noel Roberts will be the acting head coach for Kansas tonight. A lot of reason to have faith in Jalen Wilson.
Jalen Wilson will be one of the most improved players in college basketball. He could have an Ochai Agbaji type season at 6'7", 6 for 13 from the three-point line, rebounds the ball, runs the floor, but it's the maturity that he's playing with. He can play 1 through 4, and the way Kansas is playing right now, they are playing absolutely
Number
ridiculous.
7 and number 6 with Duke and Kansas. That's pretty good.
And Seth, I love the way he pulls it off the defensive board and pushes it up the floor and starts their offense in transition.
And he's not the only one, too. Number 4 can go.
Yeah, I really love Grady Dick. At 6'7", can really stretch the floor with his three-point shooting. Known as a great three-point shooter, but I don't think he gets enough credit for his ability to be able to put the basketball on the floor and make good decisions off the bounce. I love the way he plays the game.
And number 7 against number 6, really talented class coming in for John Shire as he starts his first season as the head coach of the Blue Devils. What are we looking for from Duke tonight?
This is a Duke team that, Steph, I'm still trying to figure out how they're going to play defensively. But they have a couple guys, including Mark Mitchell, that I love as freshmen. And Mark Mitchell's ability to be able to put it on the deck at 6'8", Seth. He can drive it, get to the rim. He's another guy that can pull it off the glass and get out in transition. A terrific athlete. You can post him, he can drive it.
And Mark Mitchell's special. And how they're going to play is they're going to put pressure on the ball. They're going to be more in gaps, use their length right now.
You know Duke wants to do well with being a new coach and everything.
Then get out in transition. Kyle Filipowski has also been a guy that's really taken a step forward. I saw him practice earlier in the season. Talk about 6'11", step out, shoot 3, handles the basketball. Derek Lively has the ability to protect the front of him, but here's Filipowski. You're talking about a skilled 6'11" player.
Wow, okay. That's good to know.
Really comfortable facing. Done a nice job early in the season.
Good to know.
The basketball.
Thank you, Peanut.
He plays 4. Look for Kansas to put him in a ton of ball screens and pull him away from the basketball. This dude is skilled.
Yes.
How well do you expect him to handle that if Kansas does that tonight?
I think that, right, you know what's going to happen is they'll take him out and put Derek Lively in his quicker. John Shar's biggest issue, he's got 10 really good players. How do you keep 10 guys happy with all having that special expectation of being an impact player?
And their ball screen defense has struggled here early.
Yeah, that'll be interesting getting playing time for all those kids.
Yes.
When they get Tariq Whitehead.
All right, let's give you a couple of highlights games going on right now. Winthrop taking on number 13 Auburn, and Bruce Pearl's got another big guy.
Yeah, not Walker Kessler, but John Brown. He is
Winthrop ain't going to beat Auburn.
Got pretty good hands, good finish around the basket. The key to Auburn's going to be their guard play. The guard play's got to be more consistent and efficient this year because they don't have Jabari.
I think the Orioles got ripped off.
Pretty good crowd there at Auburn
my
Arena.
opinion.
Many of them waiting to see who the Tigers
Orioles
will
got
hire
ripped
their
off.
Football coach, I'm sure. Buffalo and the Con. Speaking of big guys, and Sonoto for our friend Danny Hurley.
He's so good, dominating the post, but this is the improved area of his game to be able to step out and knock down that 3. That
Danny Hurley.
And allows for dribble.
Another Duke player.
For this team to be great, Tristan Newton is going to have to play well. The transfer from East Carolina, he's got 15 years game.
Andre Jackson, when he gets back at 6'7", he's going to be that point guard. That dude sees over the defense, can rebound. The Con is a second weekend team, and you know what? Rob Lumley is very happy.
The right-hearted Danny Hurley.
The other thing I'm seeing from all these games is attendance is low. All the way around on these games.
Oh man, that's cool. I'm really liking what you're doing with the overall shape.
Not a lot of people in the stands.
Opening shot. A car comes in to the front.
Oh, Bertie, come on, yeah.
Oh well, we had to take a shot, see if it would work tonight. Still glad we're watching college basketball. Will it be better in March? Of course it will.
Homeowners, when your water or sewer line breaks,
It's really a
it's
quick
expensive
season if you
and
think
often
about it.
not covered by basic homeowners insurance. You could pay thousands. Finding a good contractor can be tough. What this guy
Why are we
doing the
listening to
job?
this? Sorry, y'all don't
With a
want to
plan-
listen to that. I can mute that thing around there. Bob the Truck, hello, welcome in.
Don't wait. Get a plan from HomeServe before a line breaks. Go online now. Plans from HomeServe start at just $7.99 a month. Call 1-800-357-0326 or visit homeserve.com. Guys, got hair loss? I know what you're thinking. Should I shave my head? Comb it over? Wear a hat? Just stop. This is 1970. Keep your hair and your confidence because Bosley, America's #1 hair restoration experts.
Hair restoration experts.
Hair back permanently. Check them out today because they're giving away an absolutely free info kit, a free gift card, and for a limited time, a free haircut from a Great Clips salon. Why a free Great Clips haircut? Because this is your real hair. You can cut in style. Scan the QR code now. Dude, you don't have to look like your dad because this isn't your dad's hair loss treatment. People all over the country trust Bosley. They use the latest technology to give you your real hair back. And Bosley's permanent solution is
Let's go, let's go. Always something, hair loss or something that they're advertising.
Scan the QR code. Don't wait. Scan the code now and ask about the Bosley guarantee. Wrap your back in heat. Wrap your back in support. Wrap your back in massage. Wrap your back in the calming heat back wrap from Sharper Image. The customizable back belt that gives you 3.
You can tell who they're marketing to here tonight. Second game's pretty good one. I don't know if I'm going to do that one, though. I'm watching this one and watching the interest in it. And I'm not sure if I'm going to do that or not.
Time report is presented by Wagoneer. Live a grand dream.
Sparty ready to rev that engine. Won't find Sparty anywhere in the college football playoff top 25. 9 o'clock Eastern time, a little bit later than normal. Exclusive unveiling of the rankings. Pollock and Galloway will be here. Herb Street will join us. Pollock's already brought me a Starbucks. He is in mid-season form, ready for the rankings. All right, second half is just around the corner. Gil Bransford tells me Kentucky's lost 4 of their last 5 against Big Ten opponents when trailing at the half. One Spartan glass is half full. This is the Chief halftime report.
4 of your last 5 when trailing at half. That's not good. Granted, they're only trailing by 1 here. Second half coming up here in just a few minutes. What's up, Jeff? Welcome in. Thank you. I appreciate you, Jeff. Good to see you, buddy.
You've been working from home, but your roommate just took up percussion as a hobby.
We're trying out college basketball for the start of the year. Kind of have to wait and see how it's going to be.
And even helps the right job find you.
Are your headlights cloudy and oxidized?
I can adjust this college basketball thing right here. Might as well do that. While we're here working today, might as well make some adjustments on what we're doing. Good time to do it before we get hot and heavy on college basketball.
Simply wipe away oxidation. Give them a light sanding and apply the ceramic coating. That's it. The True Ceramic technology does the rest. They'll restore clarity. Look great and are guaranteed. You hate coming home to a
Almost done. Halftime, everybody. Almost done.
utility bills out of sight. You need the Bell & Howell Bionic Spotlight, the outdoor motion sensor light that turns on the instant motion is detected and turns off when the motion stops. Bionic Spotlight is motor powered, so there's no expensive batteries to change. The instant the motion sensor detects movement, Bionic Spotlight triggers 8 high-intensity
One thing I can do.
entire area with light and then shuts off 30 seconds after it stops. So you can spend hundreds of dollars on an outdoor lighting system, or you can get the motion-activated Bionic Spotlight for just $19.95 with free shipping. Bionic Spotlight is backed by our 5-year warranty. But wait, if you order right now, you can double the offer and get a second Bionic Spotlight. Just pay a separate fee. And when you call, ask about the contractor's discount on the complete 6 light.
So there's one thing. That makes that look a little bit better. I like that. Everything else is kind of okay, I guess. Got to take some Chunky's ice cream, Chunky's creamy chicken, and my dog to a sick. Oh man, that's nice of you. All right, we'll catch you later, Marky. Marky, we'll probably be doing most likely be doing Family Feud, but we'll wait and see. Most likely. I don't want to overstep. Anybody first-timers in here, say hello in the chat. Let me know what you think about how we do basketball. I'd love to get opinions from people about how we do it. I always like to meet new people, too. That's always good. I think I need something with socials there. Thank you, Jeff. I appreciate it. We're coming up on the second half, everybody. Getting ready to kick things in. And Michigan State's got the three-pointer keeping them in this thing. Sonic! Who doesn't like Sonic? I mean, Sonic's got good stuff. Dickie V. Hey, Dre Houston, how are you? Good to see you.
Tougher on the rebounding.
All right, here we go, second half.
You want, but we've got to rebound and get back in transition, or else we won't win.
Holly, thank you very much. And notably, and again, John Calipari said, hey, it doesn't matter who starts. Well, you're going to play more. And Xavier Wheeler and Oscar Tshiebwe are both starting the second half. And clearly, they are two of the best five players that Kentucky has. You look at this group, along with Frederick, Toppin, and Wallace. Pretty impressive group as we are ready for the second half of our Sonic blockbuster matchup.
What's up, X? Welcome in.
Bottom line is both guys made the all-SEC team. It's preseason, so you know they're going to be in the starting lineup. Frederick's got to get going. We have not seen the real C.J. Frederick shooting the three.
Yeah, missed all three of his shots. They were all three-point attempts. Michigan State with the opening possession here in the second half. And Walker refusing the ball, going the other way, and Frederick calling for the foul. And Frederick saying to John Calipari, nobody was talking. I got to know what's going on. And Tshiebwe saying that's on me.
Yeah, you got to communicate. You got to let your teammate know, where the screeners know, or you got to let them know what's happening on the floor. Look at John Calipari on that sideline. He did a lot this summer. They went to the Bahamas. They took a tour around the state. There's a lot of things done in the world of marketing. Helps raise a lot of money. He did for the floods. He raised millions of dollars.
Yep.
I mean, he teaches the kids some of the real good values. And so those time is, and that's why both guys are special coaches.
Frederick to the bench. Reeves back in early here in
nice
the second
move
half for Kentucky. What a tough turnaround.
That was pretty.
The turnaround was tough. He finished the half really strong as well. He showed the driving layup, the three, and now he shows the medium range shot. He goes from all three levels.
So Wheeler on the floor, but playing off the ball right now. Wallace initiating the offense. And they go inside for Tshiebwe.
They're going to get the foul on the floor?
Called on Sissoko.
He can't believe it.
And neither can his coach.
Yeah, all the contact that takes place on that was really should be a no call there. No call.
That should have been a no call. I agree.
Izzo trying to get the attention of one of the officials. The second foul on Sissoko. And again, a huge key, Dick, for him to be on the floor, especially when Sheboy is in there. And they're going to go right back at Sissoko. You can't blame him, but this time
nothing.
Defense, no basket, no foul.
Well, he did a terrific job defensively. He took away any angle for Oscar.
Boy, Hall might have gotten away with a push there with the offensive end.
So you don't really have size on that bench to go to if he gets in foul trouble.
Hauser has to play a small ball 5 sometimes. Nice pass. And another one.
Oh!
And Sissoko's heading to the line.
That was nice.
Right there when you so terrible Hall, but
yeah,
I think
so is the
Hall could've shot
passing.
the ball, but it was a little bit too unselfish.
Passing is picked
I
up
see
too.
that uniform, and I'm going to tell you this, growing up and coaching in the Michigan area at the University of Detroit, when I see that uniform is one thing I think of. Irvin Magic Johnson, I'm telling you. You know, Dan, I've told people, the guy interviewed me one time, I said, who would you want to coach? Pick any player in the NBA. I said, look, there's great talents in the NBA, Kareem and Michael Jordan. I mean, come on. But I'd want Magic. Why? Because he can play anywhere on the floor, plays with passion, such pride, wants to win. And you know what's really beautiful? To see how he's made it in the real world after playing. And what he's done in the corporate world, speaking and running the business. I love the guy.
Oh, miss that.
In every way.
Yeah. 1 of 2 for Sissoko and a 5-point lead now for the Spartans. Michigan State 1-1, a win over Northern Arizona. The 1-point loss to Gonzaga. Kentucky 2-0 with wins over Howard and Duquesne. Runner for Reeves, no. Ball is loose, belongs to the Cats. Another touchdown low.
Nice.
He gets good position.
Can't stop that.
Mason Wallace with the assist. Sissoko looking to, he wants to get rid of that basketball, wants to find somebody.
Offensive, how rude.
Sissoko runs over Wheeler.
You can't run over him, man.
Number 3, and that is big.
Well, now Kohler's going to probably come in. Young, inexperienced player.
Yeah, Jackson Kohler more advanced at the offensive end than the defensive end. He's got a tough assignment coming right here as Sissoko was moving when that collision happened with Wheeler.
He was moving, that's a rule, but that looked like a flop.
Inside on. She's going to go to him right now.
Yeah, how about Kohler spent some minutes on Drew Timme Friday against the Zags. Now Sheboy.
That's growing up real quick.
Yep. Toppin from the corner for 3.
Tell you one thing, Toppin really has improved. It's not just a matter of talk about shooting. And last year it was Brick City from out there. I give the kid credit. He really worked on that part of the game.
He made 5 threes in an exhibition game in the summer on Kentucky's trip down to the Bahamas.
And I watch his brother a little bit. I think his brother should get more playing time. I really do.
Traveling. Yep, saw that one.
Look at Tom on the sideline. Today, baby, we got the Rigatoni special here. We got Izzo. We got Calipari. We got Vitali on the sideline.
Why?
We got
Because it's trouble coming
Shuminsky.
from my eyes.
Wheeler turns the corner.
Take the plate.
Ooh, and Toppin tried to give it to a better shooter in Reeves, but they were so close together, Reeves couldn't react in time.
You know, when I talked to Tom, they lost that 1-point game.
So everything went good for
So
you,
you know
though?
what our schedule, Dick?
Did you get to run a little?
We got to get some wins.
No.
He said, we can't just have what people call them moral victories. I don't know moral victories. I mean, their schedule is brutal. I mean, really brutal. You go from here, Villanova, Alabama.
Then UConn or Oregon, and then maybe a date with North Carolina, depending on how things work out in Florida.
Then Notre Dame after that.
In South Bend. Hogarth. And Sheboy used his strength, just kind of nudged Kohler under the basket. Look at the speed. Boy, Wheeler can draw fouls, he can create, he can dish. And a very interested observer is in the house getting ready for game number 2. John Shire in his first year as head coach of the Duke Blue Devils. They got a matchup with Kansas coming.
Tell you what, he replaced the fair coach, didn't he?
Not bad.
That guy didn't do bad on the sideline. Wow. But you know what? He learned a lot from him. I'll say this. I said it on Sports and I'll say it again. He learned from who I think the greatest to ever sit on the sideline coaching college basketball.
And John Shire played 4 years for Mike Krzyzewski and then was on Coach K's staff for 9 seasons before taking over as head man this year.
Well, you know, he's all like, when you think about Hubert Davis, they're all like better players. They communicate really well.
Wheeler over Walker. Good defense by Tyson Walker.
He did a good job. I mean, the bottom line, you got to take what you can do when you know strengths and weaknesses. With Wheeler, you
Preston
gotta
sharing with me about
perimeter shot.
basketball
You gotta allow
tryouts
him to
today
attack off that
at the high school.
Yeah, you help off your man to go after him, he'll find your man.
Absolutely.
Nice look. Walker to Hauser.
Buried it.
Number 3 for Joey Hauser.
He's stroking it, baby. And Brad Stevens in the house. Brad Stevens.
right.
Maybe he'll say, I'll take him with his brother, Sam.
We got all kinds of NBA folks here watching these 2 games tonight.
Wow, I thought they came to see me. Did they come to see me?
Of course you felt
Oh, gee. I'm broken-hearted.
Hauser.
Nice steal.
And he comes up with a steal.
Hauser's playing hard.
We got some transition going here. Aiken's a little bit short.
They hustle, boy. They're physical.
Polar to the deck and another possession.
No, look at Thomas. He's pumping the fist. He's doing a little dance, a little Italian dance on the sideline. He's so pleased with that effort.
You want Izzo in your corner. You play hard.
You don't like that?
What a steal by Wheeler.
Frederick's got to make a 3.
Wallace.
Oh!
Look at the Shebo. Comes up with rebound after rebound.
And Wheeler knocks down.
Wheeler hits the 3. We're tied again.
Oscar. Thank you, Oscar. Thank you, Oscar. Oh, the Hamagala. Yeah, show that, Ken. Show
If
that,
you're
Ken.
new and having a good time, hit that subscribe tonight.
Oh, is he going to be tough again?
I'd at least like to get to 440 tonight. One person is our goal with the slow pace tonight.
17 minutes on the floor.
Brick!
No. And Kentucky ball. Wheeler.
What a look he had right there. What vision to make that pass.
Seeing things other people don't see.
See, play off it. Even if he makes it, he'll want to shoot it again and again. You got to make him shoot it. Oh, you don't want the ball to go there.
Yes, the brick, building that house.
Out of bounds to Michigan State when we come back in a good one.
It's a good game nonetheless. It's unfortunate not getting shared out by YouTube much. A lot of people are missing some fun tonight. It's a good game. For early basketball, start of the season, this is solid. Started out a little slow, but the pitch has picked up. Coaches are into it. Dre, I hope you're doing good. Did your husband get back to me? I don't know if he did or not. Let me check my email here. Pause.
We started out around 1959. Then we took a hard left to East Africa. A right at Baja. A 180 in the empty quarter. And that 65-degree incline, hell's revenge. But we didn't do all that just to get here. We did it to give you a truck.
Dre, tell Dave there's an email, a follow-up email that I sent to him. I need some information. Ask him to look at that when he gets a chance. Thank you, please. We're Preston rolled out before I can even tell him something. Peanut, you do a great job with all the data, and Jesse's followed in your path as well. It's good stuff.
Let's get some more analysis on that, Chuck. Pepper jack. Tender steak. Very insightful, guys. The new Subway series. What's your pick?
Where's Lucky?
The Yankees are trying to get Judge lined up. I'm sure they're going to do it. I'm sure Judge is going to end up back in New York, 100% of it. I saw they signed Pizza Rizzo today for 2 years. Cool, Dre. Thank you.
That's more cash in your pocket. Save when you buy today and refinance tomorrow. Visit inflationbuster.com to get started.
One of the big events of the college basketball season, and we are here at Gainbridge Fieldhouse, downtown Indianapolis. The
You guys are doing great. I'm truly humbled by your support.
Absolutely. Trying to evaluate them and really look at some of these players. Paul Fires does a great job with the Golden State Warriors. He and Steve Kerr have a great relation. And what about the Johns, which coach a great player in Carolina? What about
Well, that's cool, Jeff. That's the greatest thing that could happen. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. If I had more people doing that, we'd be growing faster than we are. It makes a huge difference when somebody you know recommends something and says, "Hey, check this out." I've seen that time and time again. All right, here we go. Starting back up.
Sheboy can't shoot the jump shot good enough to play it the next. I don't buy that. With his ability to rebound.
In basketball, I'm trying to let this flow a little bit, so I appreciate you, Jeff. It means a lot. We got great people in here. You and M. Mara, Dre Houston, people that have supported us from the get-go, and Preston and I are grateful. Oh, nice running shot.
He's a big-time player coming out of high school. Paul Biancardi used to write about him all the time, our guru on the scholastic level.
Gatorade Player of the Year in Texas last year, and a McDonald's.
Oh, stole!
He comes up with a steal. And we'll lay it in. What a sequence for Cason Wallace.
You know, Cason Wallace is a terrific defensive player. That's the second time we've seen him make a steal and go to the length of the court. He anticipates really well.
He's got six steals tonight, Dick. 6. And a run here for the Cats.
Hey, Jesse, welcome in.
Walker for 3. Tip back out by Hall. Tips it to himself.
Stolen away.
Another takeaway by Wallace.
It's a little danger time right here, I think, for Michigan State.
Wheeler.
Off the mark.
As wide open as he was, maybe not the shot they're looking for, given he can hurt you in so many other ways.
Got to find Hauser. Got to get him some open looks.
Akins fouled by Frederick on the
fouled way up top. Way early on that foul.
How about that stretch by Wallace?
Yeah, you can watch right here the drive in the lane.
Yeah, that would be some good
He's
stuff.
A floater in the lane, which he does that really well. It's a great size when he attacks. And see the anticipation. You know, like a big-time defense.
I'm working on trying to get back down to Disney in the near future.
I love that.
Won't be this year, but
Holly Rose got more.
I got to save up a little bit for that with everything.
Kentucky, his first game, he darn near had
but soon.
Double, 15 points, 8 rebounds, and 9 assists. I talked to him today and asked him why. How was he so confident? He said, well, honestly, it was my birthday. I turned 19 that day, and my teammates just encouraged me to go out and ball. Said he gets his toughness from his family, his older brother, Keaton, who plays for the G League. And he said, my family made me the guy that I am, made me tough, and it shows up on the court.
A nice belated happy birthday to Cason Wallace. Hogard inside. And a good
big rebound.
Traffic by Ware, and Kentucky looking to run again.
Why are they just throwing up threes like that?
Come the Spartans.
They're just throwing up threes.
And they're at that really need a bucket on this trip stage right now, don't you think?
Yeah, really stopping the momentum because the momentum has swung to Kentucky.
Uncle Mo's in the house.
Yep.
Uncle Mo's here.
That's what you got to do. I'm trying to take Preston down on a special me and him trip in early spring.
And Hauser is fouled.
I'm not sure yet, Jesse.
To take the timeout here in Indianapolis. It'll be number
timeout. 46-42. I'll know shortly. I got to make a decision here within the next half an hour. I'll make the decision by like 9. This classic championship classic popped up out of nowhere. I wasn't planning on doing basketball, any college basketball, until well after Thanksgiving into December. And then this popped up today, and they were promoting it like crazy. I'm like, I feel like I got to. I feel like somebody was telling me to go do this. So I moved the hockey game to later on in the year, the next time that the Capitals in Florida play, and went and built these thumbnails and laid them all out, trying to see if that's what I was supposed to do. So still don't know if I did the right thing, but hey, I didn't even have a chance to change that over. I had Streamlabs set up for hockey, as you can see by all the hockey pucks in there. So can't change that now that we've started. This Strange World thing on Disney doesn't. I'm not jumping out at me. Combined, the teams are shooting 10 for 32 from three-point range. Most of that is Michigan State. Most of that is definitely State. Most likely we're going to do Family Feud. That's where I'm leaning toward. Unless something changes here at the last 20 minutes. Dump, 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 dump. Really? Wow. Well, definitely Michigan State's made more. I know that's what's keeping them in this game. Where's their three-point percentage? 37. Michigan State's 37%. That's the key. That's what's keeping them in the game right now is their three-point shooting. Hauser with 12 points. Crazy.
Football playoff top 25 rankings as Reese and the guys will break it down from top to bottom, have coaches' reactions, as well as a live interview with committee chair Boo Corrigan, the NC State AD. And a little preview for you now back in the studio. Reese Davis kind enough to join us. I know you're loving hearing Dickie V, Reese, as much as we are here tonight. What should we look for on the reveal between games?
Well, first of all, the most important thing, it is great to have the great Dick Vitale back alongside you there, where you should be happy to have him back. I think the thing that I'm looking forward to the most tonight, guys, is to see where Clemson and USC are, because they're sort of the outliers. Clemson has the blowout loss to Vitale's beloved Fighting Irish. So, you know, are they still in the mix there? What about USC, who has no notable wins but has opportunities for some coming up in the next 2 or 3 games if they make the Pac-12 championship game? Other than that, I think it's going to be pretty much status quo at the top. But sort of forecasting, those are two teams.
All right, here we go.
Tell you one thing, Reese. I know people disagree with me. TCU's had a great year, no question, unblemished. But as a football fan, I still think Tennessee's one of the 4 teams.
Dick, I think Tennessee is better than TCU, and that's no slight at TCU. I also think that with what happened this past weekend, that TCU can get in as a one-loss conference champion should they say stumble against Baylor, which doesn't appear likely the way both of those teams played last week. But I do think TCU opened the door to get in without being perfect. I think both of those teams are worthy of being in the playoff right now. But as it is with a 14 tournament, somebody's going to be left out.
Wow, great effort by Hauser. 3 shots put back up to get in.
Yeah, really are. Hey, Reese, I'm going to ask you this. Michigan's got to go to Ohio State. They got to play down there. My buddy Larry Rader's a diehard Ohio State fan, says they got no shot coming down there. Let's say Michigan loses down there. Are they out of the top 4 with that loss?
I think they are, Dick, because their non-conference schedule was very weak, and also they haven't, other than the Penn State win in Ann Arbor, which was a terrific win and an absolute beatdown, they don't have a ton on their resume. Now, if you flip that result and say Michigan wins a close game, I think Ohio State has a chance to get in without winning the conference championship. But in my judgment, I think that Michigan would have to beat Ohio State and win the Big Ten to get in.
Well, there's, you know, I'm just a fan. I'm not an expert like Kirk and you guys. You guys do a terrific job. And what you do with that unbelievable show every Saturday as the quarterback for it is just phenomenal. But those are my 4, Reese. As a fan, I really love the game. I watch a lot of it. I just think Tennessee, you got to weigh the fact of how tough the SEC is.
Oh, another brick by Kentucky.
No question about that, Dick. In fact, I vote in the AP poll. Which
and then Michigan turns it over again. It's horrible.
I still have
sloppy again. Sloppy.
Reese, we appreciate it. Great stuff. We look forward to watching between games tonight.
All right, you guys have fun.
Thank you. Reese Davis and the gang.
Reese, what? Forget about talking about football. Now, come on, this is basketball. This is the round ball. Seth LaFonso, tell him it is basketball, not the pigskin.
2-point game here. Michigan State. Brooks with a floater.
Oh!
You know, he can give us some scoring. Lost some weight, can make the 3. Was a big-time scorer on the scholastic level. I think he's going to be a contributor to Michigan State.
Made 4 threes in the season opener against Northern Arizona. We are tied once again.
Tell you one thing about Michigan State, no cupcakes, baby. Show me a cupcake. I didn't see him.
And they kind of weathered a little storm here. You were talking about it. Felt like danger time for a couple of minutes for the Spartans, but they're back to even.
They were a little run there.
Livingston out of the baseline drive. It'll be Brooks.
I mean, you see some of the shocking. Look at these
46 all. We got a tie game again with 9:50 on the clock.
Right on top. They get beat by Colorado at home. Couldn't make a shot. Rick Barnes' club could not make a shot. But the situation is that Colorado team lost to Grambling State, and yet they come and beat them. So you got to come to play all the time. You got to find each other. Got to share the ball. The key, you don't have to be a genius to figure basketball. Teams that take the best shots are usually teams that are going to win. Too many teams take bad shots.
Freshman Chris Livingston at the line for Kentucky.
This will be interesting if this one goes down to the wire.
In Ohio, then last year he transferred to Oak Hill Academy and was the Gatorade Player of the Year in Virginia. Another part of this big recruiting class that John Calipari has brought in, as he makes one of two. And now we'll check out as C.J. Frederick is back in.
What are you mad about?
They're hoping that Frederick could go out
I'll be mad.
knock down 2 or 3 threes. He's capable of doing that.
He's scoreless tonight.
Yeah, he's scoreless. He can't get open shot. Michigan State, you know, in fairness, Tom Izzo knows a lot about his game.
Hey, Jeannie.
In his scouting report, he really emphasized, we got to get in his face. We can't allow him to get an open look.
And the reason Dick says that, for those who don't know,
Get in the
Frederick played
face.
at
Get in
Iowa,
the
so of
face.
course,
Eddie Murphy.
Big Ten rival. Shot clock inside 10, a little crossover by Akins.
Oh,
looks like
bailed him out with a foul.
Reach-in foul. Let's see. Nope, wasn't Frederick. It was Wallace.
Bailed him out with a foul.
Comes a little change on his staff on the sideline. Montgomery back. Coach for about 10, 11 years, the head coach. Former player there at Michigan State.
Oh, sorry.
So Akins at the line now for the Spartans. And again, a guy who everybody in the program has talked about it. Hey, now that he's getting healthy, watch for the kind of year he may have. And he can be, whether he's starting or coming off the bench, he's a guy who can come in and change a game.
Yeah, he's got star ability. He's just got to prove it by doing it on a consistent basis.
One of two, still tied, to the rebound to Sheboy, his 11th.
Gotta hit your free throws.
Tell you what, they're playing him a lot of minutes tonight because they need him to win this game.
Wallace almost lost his footing. Now finds Reeves. Boy, a lot of contact between Sheboy and Cooper.
Oh, what a play! Sheboy lays it in and got fouled.
Izzo wanted a foul call, thought that he hooked him with the left arm. Morchik on that sideline as well.
Watch this. Watch the contact here, Dick. The left arm of Sheboy up in the chin area of Cooper, and then Sheboy just way too strong for it.
Morchik wasn't a happy guy. He played, by the way, with David Robinson. You know what I think? Maybe, tell me if I'm right about this. The last time the Big Ten won a national championship was in 2000.
Correct, Michigan State.
And it was right here in Indianapolis.
I don't remember.
They won it in Indianapolis, not here. They won it at the Lucas Center down. They beat Florida, I believe. But my memory's right. I think they beat the Gators. They beat the Gators.
And I think that the officials are now going to the monitor to look at that contact right there. So the left elbow of Sheboy kind of hits behind the right ear of Carson Cooper, but it doesn't look like they are calling anything.
It said it wasn't intent. Last year, Michigan State beat Davidson in the NCAA tournament, and then they lost to Duke.
Hey, we made it to 440. I feel like I've accomplished something today.
Table just to play on. They didn't think there was anything there. So Sheboy with the basket and now going to the free throw line to try to convert a three-point play.
He has been such an impact player today. With a guy that we didn't know coming into the game, would he get any kind of minutes? Trying to protect him, you know, that knee problem.
Well, while we have a moment, tomorrow it's the college basketball game of the night on ESPN2 and the app. How about this? The back end of
Gonzaga and Texas. Wow.
Should be number 2 Gonzaga. Drew Timmy taking on Texas down at Austin. Covered at 9:30 Eastern. The Bulldogs won last year's game in Spokane. They'll try to complete the sweep down in Austin tomorrow night. Gonzaga with a great schedule as well. They play Texas, then they play Kentucky in Spokane, not at the Kennel.
Oh, that'll be a good one.
And then they go to Portland as well, where they could wind up in a matchup with Duke.
Absolutely. Then you think about the fact that they're going to go to London and play Michigan.
Kentucky will, yes.
Yeah.
Sheboy at the line. And
nice
extends
touch.
the lead to 3.
He's got a nice stroke on it, free throw line.
Back and forth they have gone all night long. Here with the first game of the State Farm Champions Classic, with Kansas and Duke still to come. Hogard with a drive up top for Cooper, and Sheboy impacted that play. Shot clock doesn't reset. Hall in the corner, and Sheboy might have gotten a piece of that one.
He did get a piece of that one. He's everywhere.
What a sequence for a big guy. And now all kinds of contact, and this time they will get Sheboy for having that off arm, up in the jaw and chin area. This time it was Malik Hall.
Look at John Calipari. Look at John.
Calipari's all over him.
Pushed him in the back. He pushed him in the back.
Well, you'll get a look here. I don't know. No, I think that's the right call, don't you think?
I think it's the right call.
I think it's the right call.
Yeah.
We'll leave it on. I'll tell you what, they're going to find a way they're going to get some scoring here. Michigan State.
That's the third on Sheboy, who, by the way, made a couple of fantastic defensive plays before going down and getting called for the foul.
3-point lead for Kentucky, 8 minutes on the clock.
Taking them out a few minutes right now.
He has had a big night in his season debut. He has played 22 minutes. He's got 16 points and 11 rebounds.
So go back on the floor right now with those 3 fouls. You got to play him. You can't keep him on and get a big deficit. Got 8 minutes on the clock.
And Kentucky's gone to a 6'11" freshman with all kinds of upside from Nigeria, Ugana Anienso.
Oh!
Soko right on cue. As you were saying, Dickie B, makes it a 1-point game.
Yeah, you got to keep him on the floor. And especially right now without Oscar on the floor. He'd be a big plus for them on the inside.
Kentucky gets a little bit of separation, and Michigan State comes right back.
I'll tell you one thing, what a job they've done defensively on Frederick. He doesn't get it open to look for a 3. All night. All night, they've been right up in his face.
Around and out for Wallace. Aikens down with a rebound.
Here comes State.
He's a big size guard. He can rebound.
And away from the play, we've got a call going against Kentucky.
All right, we got a call going against Kentucky. We're going to
it'll be
go up and handle our deal. We will be right back here.
The Spartans
just a moment, everybody.
Don't let Kentucky get too far ahead of them. Adi Sissoko into the game. And up with the offensive
Takes me a
rebound
second to
and
get
the
all the way up
putback.
here.
Michigan State trying to take
Lord, I'm
advantage
still
of
not there.
Oscar Sheboy being on the bench.
Oh, there we go. Good Lord. If you're looking for real estate in Central Florida or anywhere around the world, it's time to reach out to Compass's new featured agent. It's Christina Whitman, delivering a modern real estate experience from coast to coast. Christina Whitman and Compass will deliver you your brand new home. The magic in Central Florida, you want to find it. It's with Christina Whitman, Compass, and the #1 brokerage in the USA.
Join me for Galaxy Spaceport and a bunch of roller coaster from Disney Extra News to Disney Cafe Chat on Saturday nights, and my new show, NASCAR. So come join the Galactic's fun.
In a world with so many choices, only one YouTube channel stands out from them all. Sean Urban. Become part of this growing community to find all your Disney news, sports talk, discover new food and drinks, and go on epic adventures across the globe. Never miss out on a family fun stream with engaging people, in-chat games, and fantastic locations to see. Don't miss out.
Hi there, my name is Allie from Cinder Allie Loves Disney. On my channel, I share Disney pins, items from my collection. I do unboxings, movie reviews, Disney park vlogs, and more. We have so much fun. Be sure and stop by and say hi. Let me know you heard about me from the Pete McDivitt Show. And as always, make it a Disney day.
Let's cook.
All right, coming back in here, UK and the Spartans. I am going to do. I'm going to do Family Feud. We'll do Family Feud.
$450 a month.
I'm saving about $5,000.
It feels really good. Like, yes. Apply now at TriLightStream.com for your discount.
Oh, I looked up. I thought that said Kentucky 71 turnovers. I was like, what?
Thanks to Pretty Litter, it's ultra light and odor absorbing. Plus, it changes color to monitor my cat's health. Pretty Litter tells you what your cat can't. Go to prettylitter.com.
Oh, 3, top of the key. Oh, he got it! And the heels end the career of the Hall of Fame coach Mike Krzyzewski. 3 on the right wing for Remy Martin. Oh, he snaps the twine. Kansas men's basketball national champions.
So Duke losing in the Final Four to North Carolina. Kansas defeating North Carolina.
Welcome in, Mr. Fulton.
Championship, and we've got Duke and Kansas coming up in the second game of the State Farm Champions Classic as we take a look at tonight's blockbuster, the series history between these two iconic programs, with Duke leading all time 8-5. They have split the last 10. Jay Billis will be courtside with me for the second game tonight, and we can't wait for this game.
Now, you guys are lucky, man. You're going to do that game. When I get in a plane and I'm going out to Boston, it's at 7:30 in the morning. You better say a prayer for me. I'm getting a scoping on my throat from Dr. Seitels. He's a genius at what he does. He wants to see how my vocal cords look after 2 hours.
Listen to your wife. Go see the doctor. Be a good patient.
Yeah,
Deal?
I'm going. He said he has the management.
Got to take care of it. What a game we got going here. A 1-point lead for Kentucky, and Oscar Tshiebwe wasn't out for long, was he? Right back into the game here out of the timeout.
Well, John left it up to him. Said he's going to tell me whether he can play or not.
Kentucky has outscored Michigan State by 10 when he's been in the game. They've been outscored by 9 when he's been on the bench.
1-point game here, 1-point game.
So John Calipari says, you know what? I'm putting him back in the game.
So you watch these two coaches, they're both in the Hall of Fame. But you watch the passion and the pride they have, and that's why they're special. Every year and every game they treat it like the NCAA championship. And that's what winners do, man. And that's why they're consistent. Same with the great players over the years. Jordans, LeBron, all the supers. They have such pride, and they come and they do it on a consistent basis.
Our 8th lead change of the game as Sissoko makes both of his free throws.
Got to keep him in there now, Sissoko.
You get the 4th one right now because they're going to go right to.
Yeah, they've each got 3, and they double him and force him to give it up. Wheeler baseline.
Can't give a lot of help with Wheeler, I'll tell you that. If you give help, he's going to find the open guy for a layup.
Wheeler inside.
Oh, got fouled.
It'll be Tyson Walker.
Tell you one thing, you look at Tom Izzo and his team. We talked to him about this on the phone the other day. You know, he believes in development. He believes in a culture of having guys. So if you look at his recruiting, he has very few guys transfers. He doesn't believe he'll do it. Obviously, if a guy's a great player and he wants to transfer, he's not going to say no. But basically, he likes having players and develop them and build on that winning culture that he has developed in Spartan country.
There's a guy who knows a little bit about the culture in Spartan country, Steve Smith.
Oh, he was special.
Yeah.
Steve, you talk about a superstar. He was superstar.
They got a great class coming in next year. Michigan State, one of the best classes, led by Xavier Booker, 6'11", who is right out of here, Indianapolis.
Yeah, Booker's coming in, and he's a special player. And I'll tell you this, you mentioned number 1 in the class is going to be certainly Kentucky. Getting DJ, certainly Wagner, and so Dillingham. They got a host of great players coming in. But you're right. They got Booker. They got Jeremy Fears coming in from Joliet, Illinois, 6'2" point guard. They got Carr, 6'7", Hampton, Georgia. Getting Norman coming in from Texas. Their class is rated by Paul Biancardi 3rd in the nation. Number 2 is Duke. Duke was number 1 until DJ Wagner decided that he's going to Kentucky.
Oh, nice play
by Akins. Walker can't get inside, though. Now Hauser. And the foul is called on Jacob Toppin, and the signal from Terry Oglesby is that he was too close. He was right in the cylinder.
Wow.
And that'll be number 4, and Toppin is holding his lip or his mouth and saying, he got me, but Oglesby is saying, well, because you were too close to him.
John Calipari is demonstrating. He went like this. He caught him up here with the elbow, man.
You can understand Toppin's point of view, but again, we've all become accustomed to the cylinder call. You got to give the guy room to move. John Calipari says he swung an elbow.
Coaches see it the way they want to see it. They see it the way, and even though they're not going to change the call, they're set up for the next call. Right. They're working on the mindset, the psychology.
So you weren't calm when you were coaching up and down the sideline?
I am lucky when I coached the Titans that they didn't have
52-51, Michigan State, 6:40 on the clock. What's up? I know my rights. Welcome in.
Imagine if we mic'd you up and had a Dickie V cam that we had.
Yeah, they could move in the top 25.
McGuire and I went head-to-head for a couple times. Oh, wow, I miss out.
1 of 2 for Hauser and a 1-point lead for the Spartans.
You know, right now you get down to winning time. You got to make those free throws. You got to make those free throws. Well, I'll tell you one thing. They keep pushing on the floor, hoping for that three, but right in his face.
Yep.
Right in his face.
Hall with a nice closeout. Wheeler inside. Finds Sheba.
As soon as you give help, he's got great eyes. The kid can really dish the rock. Led the SEC now 2 years in a row. What is this?
The lead keeps changing hands here in Indianapolis.
Back and forth, back and forth.
This is like, again, the Gonzaga game.
And you said it, they don't want moral victories. Like they're learning a lot about their team, and now Malik Hall is
going to call offensive.
As he tried to spin, and he got an elbow up on C.J. Frederick.
You get that elbow up, they're calling it. It's that simple.
Look at Tom demonstrating. Look at him demonstrating. Playing in high school along with our UT down there in northern Michigan.
Inside 6 minutes to go.
Now you get down to really winning time, Dan. So essential that you got to take good shots.
And Wheeler tried for the alley-oop, but he overthrew Damian Collins.
Yeah, they tried to play a sensational play right there. Right now's no time unless you got the sure thing. So the way this game is going, every possession now becomes really big.
Walker inside to Hall.
Oh, what a block!
Sheboy got him. Collins was over there as well.
Sheboy did a great job defensively rotating over.
And a 3 ball at the other end. 4-point lead for Kentucky. Timeout.
And that's what he has done well throughout his career as an Iowa Hawkeye.
And he's making sure he's got all of his teeth after that play a couple of possessions ago, but it didn't bother him when he took that 3.
It's a nice hug from us. He says, I like that, CJ. You make those threes, CJ. It's going to make my life easier because they're going to have to come out and guard you. Look at that defensive effort right there. Wow. Good job rotating over. And then Mr. Frederick does what he's been doing his entire college career. Shoot the 3.
All right, that was a quick one there. 4-point game, 5:23 on the clock. 4-point game, 5:23 on the clock. Look at all these people putting snow on their Instagram. Ugh. Do not want snow yet.
This season, give the gift of sport. Every holiday starts at Dick's.
It's been snowing with you, Jeannie, all day? Is it laying on the ground or just coming down and going away type thing? Sloshy. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't seem overly cold around the country to hold that. All right, here we go. Coming back in.
Here with the second game tonight from Indianapolis, and a very important reminder, as we always like to do, and I'll hand it off to my partner here, Dickie V, telling us about the gala and the raffle. Tell us all the
Dickie
details.
V Gala.
Right there, BMW convertible 2023. We're only selling 1,500 chances, $100 a chance, all to help kids battling cancer. Just go to v.org/Vital Raffle. v.org/Vital Raffle. And our gala is going to be off the charts. We're honoring the likes of Buster Posey, baseball superstar, David Robinson, Hall of Fame basketball, John McEnroe and his brother Patrick McEnroe, and them special awards to Derek Whitberg. Hey, that's a special award. Look at my wife. She's smile, Lorraine. Come on, will you smile? You're on TV. Oh, smile, Lorraine. Smile.
That's an angel and a saint all wrapped up into one human being right there.
She was my caregiver, man. She gave me so much. Was all my scans, my chemo.
All right, here we go. Here we go.
When she left and I was there alone. Some of the thoughts of mine. My heart goes out to every cancer patient out there. I wasn't, believe me, half as bad as so many what they have to face, especially kids. So if you can donate, you can go to dickvital.com and make donations. It goes to the V Foundation. Because I'm dying to help kids battle cancer. You know, Dan, we've raised $55 million so far.
5:21 on the clock. 4-point game.
So much more.
Cats are winning right now by 4.
Some pressure here from Kentucky. Ooh,
oh, they almost stole it.
You're almost looking at a must possession here. You're down 4 right now. It's still 5 minutes on the clock. But right now, you got to get some.
I'll take you in there in a minute. You wait.
That's a good look. Right there's a good look.
Oh, nice shot.
And that is his 5th made three-pointer of the night.
That was a good look.
Oh,
good
no, it's a 2.
That's a
Sorry,
2.
A long 2.
That's a long 2, but a 2.
He's a lovely pumped his fist.
Hauser now with 17 points, the high score of the game for Michigan State.
Kentucky threw it away.
Turns it over.
See right here, watch this. Turns, curl move, steps up, steps into the shot. Is on the side again. Yeah, look at him.
No.
You think he wants to win? He doesn't care what he's done for 27 years.
I remember that. I have that movie.
And that's why
I watched it just the other day. 18 again, I think it's called, right? Or something like that.
28th season as head coach of the Spartans, 8 Final Fours, 24 straight.
It's a great movie.
trips.
Didn't get as much love, but it was a great movie.
Two big boosters, screaming and yelling, so happy. One of his former
I might watch that
players,
tonight when I go to sleep now.
He's a giant now in the corporate world, and certainly Mr. Pentecost will help finance their basketball facilities. Just a great, both guys
I'm thinking of the
are
movie he did with the guy from Friends.
Down right now on the Spartans.
That team was Wildcats too.
Right into the chest of Sheboy, and that's a Michigan State turnover.
High school team thing.
The turnovers are really, really frustrating.
A lot of turnovers tonight on both teams.
Well, you know, the headline for Sheboy tonight is the points and the rebounds. But, Dick, he's done so many things well. He's made so many good defensive plays.
Yeah, defensively, he's rotated over at the right time. Hasn't fouled.
They swing it around to Wallace. Can't get a shot off. Now back into Sheboy. Over Sissoko, and if it's Sissoko, it's number 4.
Man, he's not happy about that. It's a good movie.
3:53 to go. Sissoko just picked up his 4th. And Oscar Sheboy is going to be.
This is the only bad part about basketball. The last 4 minutes take 25. I will take you in a minute. Stop crying. Come over here with me. Come over here. Packers release Amari Rodgers. Wow. I just saw that come across my TV. If the Washington Commandos let Carson Wentz start when he comes back, they're nuts. Their coach needs to be fired. That kid got you a big win the other night. Let him do it.
Call 1-800-DIRECTV. Save up to $120.
All right, with the commercials. Let's go.
Budget with low monthly payments. The table gets all the credit for bringing people together, but the kitchen is where memories are made. With the Cuisinart Precision Stand Mixer, it whips up favorites fast with 12 speeds and a high-performance motor. And
Never used a Cuisinart.
family memories are in the making with Cuisinart.
City on the court here tonight in Game 1 of the State Farm Champions Classic. It's an ESPN Sonic Blockbuster, don't you know? The lead
Sonic Blockbuster.
All night long, 9 lead changes between the Spartans and the Wildcats. And right now, it is Kentucky leading by 2 with 3 minutes and 53 seconds to go in regulation. Both coaches pleading with their players to make that one pivotal play that could be the difference between winning and losing here tonight.
There's such fiery guys. There's such unbelievable competitors. That's what made Mike Krzyzewski so special. Fierce competitor. Same with Bill Self. It's the reason those guys are constantly on top.
It'll be Shebway at the
We got
line for
4 timeouts left for Kentucky and 2 for Michigan. Right here.
First night of the season for Kentucky. He's trying to do something this year, Dick. That does not happen very often. To repeat as the Wooden Award winner. It's only been done by 2 other guys in the last 40 years.
Wow. The one guy, Ralph Sampson, was he
Ralph
special or
Sampson
what?
did it. Wow.
He's been really good at the free throw line, too.
4-point game again.
And that's my mistake. That was not to beat. That was to return after winning the Wooden Award. Hansbrough coming back, and then Sampson coming back in the early 80s.
I think Bill Walton certainly repeated. I think he won the award 3 times, Player of the Year, as did Sampson. I think there are only 2 that's ever done that.
Michigan State with the ball down by 4. Pass deflected.
Stole away.
And Wallace has another steal.
Michigan. Oh, Kentucky gave it back to him.
Shebway couldn't handle it, and it's out of bounds to the Spartans. John Calipari says that's our ball. Oscar Shebway says that's our ball. But the officials say that's Michigan State's ball.
And who's going to win? The guy with the striped shirt. They've had some really tough possessions, the last few possessions, Michigan State.
Hogard using his...
Oh, big block.
Shebway blocks another one.
Wow.
What a night he's had.
He's had a terrific night. I know we expect a lot out of him, but this kid has been, hasn't had a whole lot of practice time.
If you're that good, you really don't need a ton of practice time.
Absolute trainer there working on those.
You just do your thing.
It's helped them big time.
And A.J. Hogard just left the game for Michigan State and was kind of holding his back as he sat down. And now John Calipari's only going to get angrier. He's down in a defensive stance right now, pleading for a call. Number 4 on Shebway.
Oh, trust me, he couldn't play any defense. That's why he was at Clarion State. No, I'm only teasing. He's such a fierce competitor.
Stop. I'll take you in a
He wants to
second.
go down and dunk that baby. He says, wow, what are you doing to me? Look at that smile. You got to like a kid that plays with such a smile.
And one of Kentucky's assistants, K.T. Turner, just went over to John Calipari and said, just so you know, that's 4. Calipari's aware, and he's going to leave him in the game. 3:15 to go. And Hall, who's
Buried them
had a
both.
nice night for Michigan State, brings the Spartans back within 2. This is fun, huh?
Yeah, really fun, I'll tell you that. No doubt about it. Great being with you.
All right,
guys.
let's see what they do.
Having a blast.
Frederick back to Wheeler.
Wheeler's a spark plug there.
Frederick here for an open look. Get that three going.
Wheeler the handoff to Toppin. Toppin into Shibwe. Shibwe got it back and got it stripped.
Wow.
Walker in transition. Behind the back. And a block by Toppin.
Great action.
Hauser steps in and ties the game.
What incredible sequence.
2:30 on the clock.
Shot, the penetration. We got a good finish. Gonna go out here, baby. Call your friends up. Call your friends up. It's not Cupcake City.
Frederick, no. And the hold is going to go on Joey Hauser of Michigan State.
Look at that intensity. Look at that emotion. Look at this right here. Nice play around the back. The great block from behind, and then they get the ball back, and they get in the hands of the right guy that can stroke it. He can stroke it.
How about 19 now for Hauser, but then he committed the foul, and that sends Jacob Toppin to the line for two. Double bonus both ways.
Buried it.
Boy, he's improved his shot. You see the way his follow through, rotation. Somebody said he should have 500 shots a day.
1 of 2. Shibwe knocked down.
Nice.
Somehow discarded Sissoko and then laid it in. Boy, a huge sequence there as Shibwe came up with the offensive rebound and the putback. Both Sissoko and Shibwe playing with 4 fouls.
What a force he's been.
Yep.
What a force.
Kenneth H. hitting us up with the tip jar, $10. Thank you, Kenneth H.
Aikens.
If you're a ninja around here, Kenneth.
Tells you what the coach thinks of you right now. You got like Wallace, you got like Frederick. He's
very
saying,
grateful.
I believe in you. I believe in you. You're down on the court when the game is on stake right here.
Kentucky fans making themselves heard here in Indianapolis.
They travel as well as any group in the country. The passion the Kentucky fans have is unreal.
Wheeler with a runner. Ball is still loose and it belongs to
Thank you, buddy.
Kentucky.
Very grateful.
See Bruiser Flint very active on that sideline. I love Bruiser.
And I think they're going to have a look at this one inside 2 minutes to go.
Oh, I don't have my Hawk thing over here. Daggone it. Oh.
So you want to make certain you get this right.
Man, I can't wait till we can get that back and I can put my emojis in here.
Well, my friend,
I got to find something to do it.
An unbelievable mailbox masher here.
That's close to a Hawk. This guy's green. That's my Hawk it up. That's the best I can do, Kenneth. What's up, Eric? Welcome in.
You know what?
I think that's off top.
I think you may be right.
Yeah. He hit it with his right hand. It may have hit Sissoko, but then I think it hit Toppin's left hand as well.
I'd like to say thank you and
I think that's off
pay tribute to those who bless us.
Kentucky ball, so they've got to be 100% sure in their minds in order to overturn it.
61-58 Kentucky, 121 left. We're going to go over on the other channel, top of the hour, 10 o'clock, and do Family Feud. That should be fun.
Made a step in the right direction, trying to eliminate Floppy, but he should have gone one step further. And he should take it when they call that technical guy, charge him with a personal.
I will take you night in a minute. Calm down. I'm not ignoring you.
Sissoko right at the very end of the play reached for the ball.
Didn't get it.
I didn't look to me, maybe we'll get a better angle here. It didn't look to me like he touched it right at the very end of the play, right? No, he didn't.
I know, they all went to sleep and left you.
No, he did not touch the ball.
Yeah.
Everybody left you.
See that here. Let's go, baby.
And they will overturn the call and give it to the Spartans.
Spartans ball. Spartans ball.
They made the right call. It's very obvious you see it right there.
That doesn't even look like hawking it up. It looks like the Hawk got caught on Tinder and he's trying to hide. That's what that looks like.
In a physical game, blowing the whistle, it's early. It's November 15th.
Kenneth, I appreciate that. I'm saving for something special for Preston. That'll go toward that. Thank you.
I get goosebumps even hearing those names, man.
All right. State with the ball.
Last minute.
Stop. I will take you in a minute. Calm down. No.
I think Hall or Hauser got to get the shots.
It's Hauser.
Oh, Hauser buries one.
Come
here.
He's not everything he
Come here and I'll
to try
fetch
to
you.
help them carry this club to a victory.
Under a minute, 1 point game.
I'm just amazed how at his age he's still so fiery.
Just scoreless, or 2 points rather, just 2 points against Gonzaga. 21 here tonight. Sheboy with a jumper.
Misses. Michigan State has it.
Now looking for the lead.
40 seconds.
And Tom Izzo is going to call a timeout.
Yes, sir. Good timeout.
Of course he's going to call a timeout.
Shot selection really important.
That's just what they do.
Oh, look. You went up to Hauser. Well, you don't want to lose your first 2 games, right? 1 point. Yeah. All his first 2 games.
Yeah, and if you're brand new and you've had fun here with us tonight, hit that subscribe. Help us out. Trying to get up to 500, I guess, is our first immediate goal.
Look at the way he steps into the shot, squares his shoulders, squares the body, gets the great rotation. I'm noticing throughout the game.
My lab is not happy with me right now. He wants to go. He's ready to go to bed.
Well, this is very similar to the game on the aircraft carrier when Michigan had the ball down by 1 late. Now, this was later in the game. There's 35 seconds left, 22 on the shot clock, so there's more time coming. But, boy, just a couple of nail-biters for Michigan State so far.
But you don't have no win factor here. The win factor was big in that game.
Tom Izzo diagramming a play. You got to think if they can get him a good look, Hauser is option number 1. But if they take option number 1 away, got to go somewhere else.
Hall, I think Malik Hall. To me, he's a good option as well.
Hauser's got 21. Hall's got 14. They are the only Spartans in double figures tonight.
10 looks like it'll be scenario. Michigan State will be in a hut again. But right now, most people are saying right here in Indiana.
Right.
They're saying Indiana Hoosiers. Mike Woodson has got a terrific team. Trace Jackson Davis, really a tremendous player.
Always an incredibly competitive league. And to have Trace Jackson Davis come back, to have Hunter Dickinson come back. At Michigan, there's so many big guys. Zach Edey at Purdue. So many great big guys.
Illinois got always the transfers. Talented. Yeah, Michigan with Hunter Dickinson, he's a special player. So is Juwan.
All right, here we go. 35 seconds.
Jet Howard.
All right, here we go. Oh, maybe not. Now John Calipari will call a time.
Oh,
God.
God.
See the way he lined up. Sit up in an eye. Well, I'll tell you one thing. One guy's going to get out of here, and he is going to be pounding on that rigatoni and meatballs, feeling like $1 million. The other guy is going to be just sitting there. So I know how hard these coaches take losing. They take it so unbelievable.
So a 1-point lead for Kentucky. It'll be Michigan State ball, and Joey Hauser has been the go-to guy offensively.
Joey Hauser's been on fire tonight.
For the Spartans.
Yeah, every time they looked in trouble, he came up big. Hit those big threes when they needed them. Transfer, kid from Marquette.
No, better not.
He went to Virginia, he came here. Right now, I keep an eye on Malik Hall. To me, it's not only the shots taken, it's the offensive rebound.
Hauser has scored 7 of Michigan State's last 9 points. He's their high scorer in the game. Jaden Akins will inbound. Hall up top.
Home post Frederick. I would post Galt against Frederick.
Frederick fronting him right now. Walker trying to get inside. Gets it off. Around and out. Rebound Sissoko.
Jump ball.
And a held ball, and the possession arrow will give it to Kentucky.
Kentucky ball. You know they're going to foul him right away. They're going to have to.
Boy, a pretty good look by Walker. He created a little space inside the paint. Just couldn't get it to fall.
Had a great shot. Had a great shot. Look at this, right in the lane. Right in the lane. A little floater. How he makes that in. Look at a great hustle right there by Suzuki.
And that's Cason Wallace creating the held ball. He has been outstanding defensively, already credited with 7 steals in tonight's game.
The good thing is they're both down to one timeout each.
With a passion.
I know you do.
That's the one positive.
The game comes down to a possession of the ball and a jump ball. Jump the ball up in the last couple of minutes. Come on, man. Come on.
Well, the next two teams are waiting. You got Duke in the hallway. You got Kansas, I'm sure, in theirs. The Blue Devils and the Jayhawks getting ready for what should be an absolutely outstanding affair in game number 2.
You know, you look at Kansas, defending champs. They got 3 key players there. Certainly got Harris coming back to point guard. You got Jalen Wilson, who's a terrific talent. And I hear great things about Grady Dick, the young diaper dandy.
He can really shoot it.
And I'm going to tell you who's a key player for Duke, man. You're going to love him. I know Jay raves about him, and I couldn't agree more. Jeremy Roach is getting better and better and better at the point guard slot. And we're going to get right there. They play it out. He's a lottery potential selection. Well, here we go now.
Michigan State's been out of the huddle for a while, waiting for the Wildcats. Here they come. Same 5 for John Calipari. And it looks like it'll be Jacob Toppin to inbound. Kentucky ball. Shot clock turned off. And pressure coming from the Spartans.
You know they're going to foul right away, if not even before the ball gets in.
Nobody on the ball. They are double teaming Frederick right now.
They're going to release Oscar with a down screen.
They get it into Wallace. The immediate foul by Hogarth.
0.2 of a second off the clock.
It's only play ahead right there. Try to steal. And foul.
And Wallace racing down to the free throw line. The freshman has a couple of big ones coming here.
Well, he converts 2. You still got an opportunity with a 3 to tie the game up. I wouldn't let him shoot the 3.
Has not been at the line tonight, and as you can see, has only been at the line twice in 3 games this season.
He makes him want to be BMOC, big man on campus there in Lexington.
Two shots, Wallace.
Oh, missed the first one.
Xavier Wheeler back in now for Kentucky. Reeves out. Madi Sissoko back in for Michigan State.
Hope you've enjoyed our broadcast here today. Thank you to the moderators for helping us out. Thank you to Kenneth H. for the generous super chat
And if there's a
via
miss right
PayPal.
now, Michigan State better make sure they keep Sheboy off the glass. Sissoko given that task. He made it.
Made that one. 2-point game.
Into Hogarth. And here we go.
They're going to take another. They're going to use their last timeout. 11 seconds.
With 11 seconds remaining.
Here it comes, baby. Here it comes. Down the wire, Danny.
Well, this is why you don't like Cupcake City. This is why you like these kinds of games,
exactly.
right?
Too many cupcakes out there. You look at some of the
I love cupcakes. Stop talking about them bad, Jimmy V. I'm sorry, Dick Vitale. I'm looking at his Jimmy V. Anybody remember the Jimmy V speech? How great that was, inspiring. God bless that guy.
They know that, and they're going to try to match up big time.
I remember when Valvano won that game.
I would really try to get
Hauser for the 3 to win it. That's what you're calling?
They were in a very, very similar situation.
I think they're going to go to Sissoko down low.
In San Diego aboard the USS Abraham Lincoln, and the play kind of broke down, as you can see. So Jaden Akins had to force up a 3 with time expiring. It did not go, and Gonzaga survived, beating Michigan State by 1. What will the Spartans, what kind of shot will they get here?
Well, statistically, maybe it's going to go their way because they didn't get the 1-0-1. They're 0-1. You can't go 0-2. They want to go 1 for 2.
Hauser to inbound.
The guy throwing the ball in bounds is usually a dangerous player.
Hogarth, a strong driver. And here he goes, spinning and blocked by Sheboy. 4.7 to go.
4.7 blocked.
They got to get some touches to Hall. I really believe it. Hall, to me, is the guy. You got to let him touch the ball right here.
4th block of the night for Sheboy.
Oh, my God. Wide open underneath. Nobody was even there. Tie game.
We're going OT, I think. It's still 3.7.
We've still got time here. Boy, something broke down defensively there for the Wildcats.
What's up, Andrew? Welcome in.
You got to communicate to one another. Stand around, always expect somebody else to help you out. You got to communicate. Wow. Hall was the great choice, though. To me, what a veteran player, right down the gut of the defense. He can't believe how wide open he is.
Yeah, they thought he was going to.
Tashika let him go. He wasn't playing him on the inside. Played him on the outside. He had a wide open lane to the basket.
You couldn't dunk it like he did.
No, I can't dunk it. I got no legs.
What's up, Alphabet? No, I'm not doing the next one.
But still 3.7
I already canceled it.
seconds left for Kentucky. And it looks like Antonio Reeves just checked into the game for the Wildcats.
He's a scorer. He's been quiet here tonight.
The officials are looking at the clock to see exactly how much time should be left.
It's a time situation.
It looks like it's just about right. And Sheboy, you can see him.
We hardly had anybody else in here on this first one, and I've already got another stream on my other channel.
Just standing around, nobody aware of what was going on. 3.7, you certainly can get a shot. There's no question.
Top into inbound. He's got Reeves, Wallace, Wheeler, and Sheboy out there along with him.
3.7 on the clock.
You can run that ball up easily for 3.7. You may go up the sideline with it. A little relay kind of deal.
And Dick, they're not putting anybody
If this game was played in January, we'd have all kind of people watching it.
5 against 4.
Wallace.
Uh-oh.
Top in.
Overtime. I got to take the dog to the bedroom. I'll be right back.
In the first game of the
Wow.
Farm Champions Classic.
I will be right back.
Wow.
Come on, Rex. Up. Come on.
All right, folks.
Let's go. Take your night-night.
Let's take
Come
a
on.
quick break. Gather yourselves. We'll do the same. More basketball coming here from Indianapolis with the Spartans and the Wildcats headed to OT.
This might be the most emotionally charged match of the modern era.
So Black Girl Hockey Club is all about building a community within the community.
Welcome back. Overtime is presented by Buffalo Wild Wings. And we are going to OT here in Indianapolis, tied at 62 between the Spartans and the Wildcats. A Malik Hall bucket with 3.7 to go, tying the game. Kentucky did not get a good look at all to try to win it in regulation. But let's take a look now at our Wild recap, brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings. And here it is again, Hall slipping it and jamming it. A breakdown by Kentucky as that two-handed jam tied the game at 62. And then the Cats never really getting a look. Almost was might have even been an over and back there, but doesn't matter one way or another. Nothing doing for Kentucky, and we got more basketball coming.
It was just a lack of communication defensively. Guys not sure their assignments. He's been sure of his assignment all day.
Nobody is fouled out on either side. Sheboy and Toppin for Kentucky. Sissoko for Michigan State playing with 4 fouls. And the tip goes to the Spartans. Boy, what a way to start the season for Michigan State, playing in another game like this so closely after they played a one-point affair with Gonzaga. Sissoko. Off the side of the backboard, loose ball belongs to the Cats.
The presence right there of Oscar created that problem. He hesitated, Oscar was there.
He has certainly had a presence tonight. How about 22 points, 15 rebounds, and 4 blocks, and now a foul against Michigan State. Goes on Hauser, which will send Toppin to the line.
He's got 2 to the bonus.
Kentucky now 12 of 17 from the line tonight. Michigan State 10 of 13. And he makes them both.
Mention free throws. Kentucky could have 2 more national titles for the free throws. No games against Connecticut in the finals. Connecticut shot well on the free throw line, and they did not.
Hauser guarded by Reeves. Gets the shot off over him, but too strong. And Shibwe has another one. Well, Sissoko does a great job keeping it alive, but there have been a few times tonight where ultimately it's Shibwe who comes down with the ball.
He's going to get stronger, Sissoko. They're going to look at it right there.
Look at this play.
Good defensive play.
Look at this play.
Oh! He did everything right, the kid, except convert.
Oh, you got to be heartbroken if you're Mady Sissoko. What an effort, but he couldn't finish it.
Got to be heartbroken also because of his kind of a little Euro step.
Yep. 3:40 to go. Kentucky by 2. Shibwe wants a clear out. Now gives it back to Wheeler. Wheeler for 3.
Wow.
How about that?
That's big because that's an area that really he is not consistent, even though he's worked really hard on his shot.
That is his second 3 tonight, and all of a sudden it's a 5-point lead.
All of a sudden you're talking about a must possession right here.
Hauser. Turnaround blocked, but a foul called on Cason Wallace.
All right, looks like it's all Kentucky.
Wallace has got great potential as a
Here in overtime. 3 minutes left.
So it'll be Joey Hauser at the line for 2 after the foul call on Wallace. Boy, guys are playing big minutes here tonight, aren't they?
What happened to the fact that Oscar only playing a little spurts here and there?
Right, yeah.
Spurts. I'll give you spurts.
Yeah.
Spurt to a W. That's what he wants to spurt to.
Shibwe's played 31 in his first action of the season. Joey Hauser's played 38 out of a possible 42 minutes here tonight.
You know, the one thing with Oscar now, the key is going to be the next day or two checking on the knee, and he's swelling.
Right.
It's surgery.
All right, 4-point game, 3 minutes.
And it's a 3-point game.
Hauser's done his all here tonight. They got to come up with a defensive stop.
Topping out to Reeves. Plenty of time to shoot.
Stolen away, Michigan State.
Another one.
He really does a great job anticipating. Steps right in the passing lanes with the long arms.
Boy, is he much improved from a year ago.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Only played about 5 minutes a game last year.
And he's headed to be a real good player. He's active. He wants to be a player.
Walker.
3 ball.
Big Tyson Walker.
Wow. 1-point game.
Oh, baby. What he said, you have another OT?
Hogard the assist. Tied at 67. A 5-0 run for the Spartans.
Nothing like the 3-point shot, man. Change the complexion of the game.
Reeves can't go baseline. And Wheeler fouled by Walker. And Walker maybe a little bit shaken up on the play as well.
Look at that. He did a great job anticipating. Play right in that passing lane. And then Mr. Walker from Northeastern drills the big jumper.
Malik Hall with the screen that freed him up.
Free throw shooting now becomes big in the last 2 minutes. Simplicity of the game. When you think about it, you play your hearts out, what comes down to the little magic of going to the free throw line and making some free throws.
Oh, misses a free throw.
Little pacing here from John Calipari. Frederick has come back into the game now as Reeves sits down. And again on a miss here, keep an eye on the battle between the big guys, but it's a make for Wheeler to give Kentucky a 1-point lead. Doubling Hogard, so it's into Walker. The 2 lead guards, Walker and Hogard, on the floor together as they often have been early this season.
Walker again, jumper,
alone, but he missed
off the mark.
And Toppin soars above everybody for the rebound.
They missed an elbow on Kentucky right there.
And now Kentucky slows it down.
Frederick's had really a tough time getting any really good looks. They're in his face, and he's played a lot of minutes, and he's had very few shots. He's had like 4 opportunities.
So Wheeler's going to drive it, and will get it to go.
Nice touch off the glass.
He does a terrific job.
70-67 Kentucky.
He knows how to convert off penetration. He missed Sissoko. He's wide open. They got a little mismatch. Post right now.
Hogarth driving on Sheboy, kicks it back out. Walker got it.
Buried another one.
Back within
1-point game, 70-69.
Of overtime.
Michigan State's guards are going to keep them into a lot of games this year. They're tough, tenacious.
Boy, what a battle tonight between these two fine programs. So 1-point lead for Kentucky. Into Sheboy.
Missed it.
Out of bounds, Kentucky ball.
Wow.
We're going to look at this one.
I'm not sure that was Kentucky ball.
Foul. Sheboy couldn't finish.
I think it's Michigan State ball.
Monitor to see whose ball it is.
Yeah, they really have to go to monitor the last 2 minutes. You're going to make certain in this possession.
Really think it was Michigan State ball.
Boy, you got to give Sissoko so much credit. He's played a long time with 4 fouls. Guarding Oscar Sheboy, has come up with a couple of steals, has played good defense, and hasn't fouled out of the game.
Think about growing up as a player. I mean, he has seen 2 guys everybody's saying most likely going to be candidates for player of the year. Drew Timme down there with Gonzaga, and he comes back, now he's got Oscar. I mean, come on. That'll make you grow up. He's going to get better and better and better.
The call will stand.
Yeah, everybody had their hand on the ball. It's kind of hard to say. I think it went off of number 10, Hauser, Michigan State, actually. Looking at the replay.
It was the right call.
So 20 on the shot clock. Meanwhile, Duke and Kansas waiting this one out. Trying to get out on the court here. We get another great game coming your way tonight. Into Toppin. And that's
offensive foul
on Oscar Sheboy.
Sheboy's gone. That's 5.
Now with him going out, Sissoko could become a real problem on this offensive rebound.
Because he hooked him.
You can't put that left leg out.
Can't put that leg out and hook him like he did.
So Sheboy out of the game, and Michigan State ball down by 1 with less than 3 seconds between the game clock and the shot clock. Duke waiting, Kansas waiting, but Michigan State and Kentucky not quite done yet.
You're gonna be working after midnight, my friend.
We're just getting going, Dickie V.
You get overtime.
I want to see the Jay Billis in the hallway shot. Where's Jay?
Where's Jay? I didn't see him all night. But Jay is somebody I love, my regards. Treated me so great during my battle.
Into Hogarth.
Getting a good shot to keep. Again, Wall's my guy. He's being played by Frederick. I would really try to isolate Wall.
Hogarth out to Walker. 15 to shoot, 18 on the game clock.
Watch the offensive rebound with Sissoko.
Walker got the switch. Gets it off. And the rebound down to Kentucky.
Wow, how do you not go into Sissoko right there? I don't get that.
And Walker, upset with himself, again got into the paint.
And you shoot a jumper over a guy bigger than you. That's your call? Come on.
I would like to see Hall get some touches.
One of the best players in the country just went to the bench.
Boy, shooting.
You got your big man playing against a smaller player. How do you not go to him?
2 for Wallace.
Missed the first.
Still got a chance. Still got a chance. Got to block out.
One of two. 2-point game.
2-point game.
Timeout, Tom Izzo.
Tom is really, you talk about going through the ringers. This is November 15th. Going through this against Gonzaga and now again against Kentucky.
Wow. What a good game for our first one of college basketball
Once again,
this year.
Michigan State has the ball down by 2 in the closing seconds. This is what happened in a similar situation at the end of regulation. I don't think they'll get this one again, though, Dick. Won't be that easy this time.
No, that was an out-of-bounds play with a basket.
Yeah. By the way, as all
right, both of them in the double bonus. Possession arrow is Kentucky.
This one, put it behind you. You're going to make the next one.
7.6 seconds. Michigan State with the ball. Spartan Nation.
That's Kansas, the Jayhawks.
Jayhawks in one tunnel, Blue Devils in another. The Wildcats and the Spartans not willing to cede the court just yet.
Black Truck Jayhawk coached right now by Norm Roberts, coached at St. John's. Oh, here he goes.
Walker to inbound.
Plenty of time to get a shot off with 7 seconds.
Gets it to Hogard, still on the baseline. Back to Walker. They got something going here. Hall.
That's the right guy.
Wow.
Hall is the guy.
We're going to have double overtime.
I love that kid. We may have another OT.
And we do.
Now advantage, Michigan State. Why? Oscar's out of the game.
What a play.
What a play by Michigan State.
Walker giving it to Hogard, who was still out of bounds. And then Hogard firing it back to Walker with a full head of steam.
Great out of bounds play. On the baseline, eliminate any trap. Watch this. Step out of bounds, catch it. Then he releases it, goes. You know they practice this all the time. Right down the gut of the defense.
And it got Kentucky scrambling. They had to stop the ball, and eventually Hall got free for an easy 2.
I don't think he gets enough touches. I think Malik Hall has really good ability. And I really
wow, what a finish right there.
I think he's got to get more touches. He can drive the ball. He can shoot the 3. There he is attacking the rim. Unbelievable.
What an effort put forth by both teams here tonight.
Well, now remember this, Dan. I say the edge goes, it's tough to say, but slight edge, to me, goes to Michigan State because they've already been knocked out twice, and now Oscar's not able to play the last 5 minutes.
Right, Shibwe out of the game. Fouled out late in the first overtime.
That stinks when you foul out and all you can do is sit there and watch.
With 23. Shibwe 22 to lead the Wildcats. Wheeler 16. And second overtime upcoming here in Indianapolis. Some of the primetime performers. Shibwe in his first action of the season had a great night before fouling out. Joey Hauser has made shot after shot. He's made 4 threes. Payson Wallace tying a Kentucky program record with 8 steals on the night.
Unbelievable. You look at the fact right here, we're also on the rebounding. Michigan State over the years has been a great rebounding team. And they've out-rebounded Kentucky here by +4.
You know, one other thing is we start second overtime presented by Buffalo.
Second overtime, here we go.
Kentucky missed some free throws down the stretch. 1 out of 2, 1 out of 2, and left open for Michigan State.
Yeah, we said free throw shooting is so big.
So Lance Ware getting Oscar Shibwe's minutes right now. This is Ware here. Remember, Sissoko's got 4. Frederick inside, jump stop.
Nice shot.
Knocks it down.
Been quiet most of the night, but he's going to be a big plus player. They've really controlled him, and Reeves have not broken out like they've done in the first couple of games.
And a reach-in foul.
Reach-in foul.
There by Wallace. That'll send Hogard to the line for 2. Hogard has not been to the line tonight. Rattles the first one home. Now 12 for
1 point game
on the
again.
season.
Kind of like their three guards, Hogard, Akins, and Walker.
And the junior from Coatesville, Pennsylvania, ties the game.
They're quiet in here all of a sudden.
Yep.
They're real quiet. Maybe the crowd's exhausted.
Frederick up top, Hall on him.
Take that shot. Nope.
Ware not the back to the basket offensive player that Sheboy is. As Wheeler drives. Got a couple of guys in the air, finds Wallace for three.
Oh!
Well, he created that play.
Nice.
He created. Wallace is going to be a star. S-T-A-R. I better be in the spelling bee because I can spell star.
And for Xavier Wheeler, assist number 8 on the night.
Mike Wheeler,
And again, Michigan
assist
State
number 8.
playing from behind.
Sissoko got fouled inside. That's where they should have went earlier. The end of the last game.
Take a look right here. Penetration, good vision. He knows the guy's waiting in the corner, and he finds him right there. And Wallace knows how to finish it off.
Boy, does he draw a lot of attention.
I mean,
Wheeler, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he makes so many things happen.
Because he's acrobatic with making the layup around the basket as well. Monty's going to be a very good player.
Boom. Hit that one.
And he's now 4 for 5 from the free throw line tonight. Has not been known as a great free throw shooter.
Well, he's a limited player like last year, very few minutes. He's getting a lot of minutes this year.
Huge.
Hit both.
1 point game. And Akins back in now for the Spartans. Sissoko will sit with Sheboy out of the game. So
why would you have your big man sit while their big man's on the bench?
Going down low, so they've got Hauser on Ware right now and Sissoko on the bench.
You know, Ware's not going to even look for a shot. He's more or less going to get a shot off a missed shot.
Yeah. Ware the handoff to Wallace, 10 to shoot. Wheeler trying to create. Blocked.
Oh, blocked!
Walker. 5 on the shot.
Get that out of here!
Good rotation right there by Walker. Coach is earning in big dollars tonight. And I'm telling him big dollars.
Frederick almost turned it over on the inbounds.
Oh, missed a layup. Michigan State coming back out.
And now Michigan State looking for the lead.
To me, almost every possession,
they're going to take their time here.
Paul, the H&H guys, H squared.
Hit that subscribe if you're new today. Help us out.
You need an O in there, too, for what? Yeah.
Blocked. Why are you trying to go in on a big man, you idiot?
Hogard is injured and down behind the play. And the officials blow the whistle, and Kentucky, John Calipari, saying, why'd you blow the whistle?
Wow.
Asking Terry Oglesby, why did you do that?
Well, he saw an injured player, but the rule says the injured player cannot be in a danger position of being in danger.
So perhaps the fact that he at that time seemed unable to get up is the reason they didn't blow the whistle. So now Hogard has come out of the game. And Kentucky, instead of having a 5-on-4, they'll inbound the ball with 25 on the shot clock.
Wow.
Second time tonight that A.J. Hogard has gone out of the game with an injury. What a battle here tonight between Kentucky and Michigan State. Toppin. Over Hauser.
Nope.
Too strong. Loose ball, but a foul.
They're going to call a foul on Kentucky.
Ware called for reaching in.
What a diving on the floor. Monty Sissoko has really impressed me. His effort and energy is contagious.
Sissoko limping a bit as he comes up the court.
Watch this. Watch him dive on the floor.
That second game may not start till 10:30 tonight.
Fumble, baby.
Well, you want to play for Tom Izzo, you better do these kinds of things, right?
Exactly. He brings out the football pads. Practice for rebounding drills.
And here he is back at the line again. Now 5 for 7 on the night. And makes the second one to bring Michigan State back into a tie again.
Seems like he's hurting a little bit.
Yeah, he was limping coming up the court, grimacing.
Come on, Kenneth.
Just grimaced going back on defense. He had to keep Weir off the glass because he could rebound on a missed shot, but he's not going to threat down in the box.
Toppin trying to drive on Hauser. Hauser stays down. Toppin improvises. Can't hit it. Inside 2 minutes.
State's got it again.
In second overtime.
Shot selection. Hall and Hauser got to get some touches.
Walker to Sissoko and hands it back off. Walker up top.
Oh, alley-oop!
Little two-man play. Sissoko has star potential. He really does. He really does. From what I've watched out here tonight.
There's a timeout. I want to rewind that and get that video. That was an awesome alley-oop.
Right there by Walker.
I want to get that alley-oop. Hold on. While they're doing a timeout and a commercial.
Hauser.
Pause it for a second. I need to turn your guys' mic off for 1 second so you don't get blasted when I turn up this volume. All right, let's do it.
Hauser stays down. Toppin improvises. Can't hit it. Inside 2 minutes to go here in second overtime.
Shot selection. Hall and Hauser got to get some touches.
Walker to Sissoko and hands it back off. Walker up top.
Little two-man play. Sissoko has star potential. He really does.
There you go. Wow, that was pretty impressive. Bring it back down to the proper number. 2-point game here. 2-point game.
We need some W's, man. We need some W's. Gotta watch the penetration right here.
Travel called on.
Travel on Kentucky.
He did. There's no doubt about it. They drag the foot.
Yep.
No.
Damian Collins has returned for Kentucky. Toppin has gone to the bench.
Kentucky, as these young kids get a little more familiar, they're going to get better and better as the year progresses. And Michigan State's going to cause havoc because they're tough.
1:20 on the clock.
They got good guard play.
Hall gets a touch.
See, right now he wants to go down to the post.
Walker inside, blocked by Collins, but we've got a foul. Lance Ware called for the foul. And remember Walker dejected earlier after missing a couple of key shots? Well, had the great two-man game with Sissoko for the dunk, and now he's got a chance to add to the lead at the line.
Yeah, right now you can turn that little disappointment to real happiness. He was a really good player at Northeastern. Put up big numbers there.
Made them both, and it's a 4-point lead for the Spartans with 1:09 to go. Nowhere to go for Wheeler. Walker's got it again.
Stolen.
Nice pass.
And Akins, no foul, out of bounds, and it's Michigan State ball.
Had the layup there. That would have been a real crusher. He made that, baby. He made that. That would have been a crusher. Watch this now. Good bounce pass with good angle for the fast break. Drops the bounce pass.
Ware got over to at least bother that shot.
Yeah,
looked like he deflected it, so it's out of bounds to Michigan State, but I believe they're going to the monitor again.
They are.
Yeah, Ware did a great job rotating over. Let me tell you, trying to get a win, Michigan State, they have really had the battle. You talk about minutes out there on a carrier against Gonzaga.
What's up, Road Warrior? Welcome in.
I don't know if Ware got it there. The issue is who touched it last year. It looked like it hit the fingers of Frederick, don't you think? The left hand of Frederick. Yeah, so it should be Michigan State ball right there. Yeah. So the call will stand, and it'll be Spartans ball with 48.8 to go.
I think these guys have done a really good job. I really do. You know, we were so critical many times with the officials. Oakley's B. Green and Dorsey. I think they've done a solid job. Look at this. They're trying to get loose, man.
Yeah, meanwhile, those two other teams want to go play some ball here tonight.
They expected to play about 45 minutes ago.
Stay loose, Jayhawks. Stay loose, Blue Devils.
Yeah, we may go to triple overtime.
Yeah, your time's coming eventually. Now, you don't have to rush here if you're Michigan State. You're up by 4 with the ball. You still got 20 on the shot clock.
Well, spread the court. That's what they're doing. Spread the court, get good spacing. I'm trying to come up with double up.
Walker turns the corner again.
Oh,
slams it again.
Wow, buried another 3.
Suzuko, really, I said to you, Dan, big advantage with Oscar out of the game. I'm telling you, there's another example.
And what a gutty effort tonight by Michigan State. We're down almost all night long. Never allowed Kentucky to just get enough separation to get away from them. Just kept fighting and fighting. Emblematic of their coach.
Absolutely.
And it looks like they are on the verge of a heck of a win here tonight.
You are so right. Emblematic, really taking over the attitude of their coach. Fight, scrap, claw. You never know what can happen. You could say the same for John, though. He's such a fighter and such a winner. Both these guys are winners.
Sissoko just came out. What a night he had.
Terrific.
And what a finish to the game Tyson Walker had. Again, after some disappointment in himself for missing a couple of shots at key moments earlier, Walker made play after play here in second overtime.
Tom's got to really be pleased with some of the development, especially Marty. I mean, he is really developing.
Thank you for being here today, everybody. We got 18 seconds left. If you had a good time, hit that subscribe. Help me out. Come back for more college basketball on this channel throughout this year, including an all-out blitz on March Madness and conference championships when they happen in the February-March time frame. We're going to light this place up.
They took advantage of it, and they knew where to go. And right there, really, the kid Marty really stepped up big time.
Sheboy had a monster night, but fouled out of the game. And Amadi Sissoko taking advantage of Sheboy's absence. Sissoko with 16 points and 9 rebounds. He just set career highs against Gonzaga with 14 and 9. So he's now got a new career high in scoring, and he has matched his career high in rebounds.
Stayed up by 6 with the ball.
How hard he plays, it rips off on everybody else. Diving on the floor.
Hogard to Walker, Frederick
13 seconds and a foul.
And this one is just about over, especially if Walker can knock down even one of these.
See, 2 players I don't think we've seen their real ability tonight, but Reeves and Frederick. They have not played to what we expected, and what certainly John Calipari.
Hey, first dirty bot over here. See you, dirty bot.
Plus, the college football playoff reveal show between.
Get out of here, dirty bot.
You will be. You will be.
Yoda's not happy that you're here.
Right now, Georgia's head and shoulders. Ohio State's right up there with them. And you got certainly Michigan. And I think
84-76. This is all but done.
Dick, how about this for the Spartans? In overtime, first and second, Michigan State 11 of 12 from the free throw line.
That's big. We're talking about the free throw line. Very big.
Toppin misses the 3. And a foul called against Malik Cole with 3.1 to go.
3.1 seconds.
But they can still smile. They don't sweat that too much.
Well, that'll do it. Congratulations to Michigan State for pulling this one out.
From a painful loss.
Big win in the State Farm's Champions Classic. Again, hit that subscribe on the way out. We'll be back doing a lot of more NCAA college basketball games along the way. Hey, Chris Dye. They hit that one.
Not at the Kennel. They'll play downtown at Spokane.
Already missed the first one there.
Michigan State, another challenge coming as they will play Villanova on Friday.
Villanova playing without two key players, Moore and Kid Whitehead.
I'll find my closing video here.
And Collins will foul. The Michigan State fans don't.
Why
like
is
that.
Kentucky foul? That's
the Kansas fans don't like that.
That's ridiculous. That's just a waste of time. All right.
Just procrastinates to start of the game. See,
we're going to say thank you and call it a night. There's 2 seconds left of the thing. They're shooting 1 free throw. The game's all but done. We thank you for being here. Where's my basketball closeout?
It's been great. It's been great.
NHL, NBA close. There it is. Have a good night, everybody. Thanks for being here. Hit that subscribe on the way out. Boom. There's the shot. He makes that one 85-77. Easy cover, easy over. Everybody knows the numbers. We'll see you next